This is Minkles and Dragons.
Not long after acquiring a prime specimen of the Mastiminkeldon species for study, as a direct result of Kipp's glorious return to a position of status in her tribe's hierarchy, our party has returned to the Velvet Empress, riding atop their new, sizable floating animal friend. Touching down in the sand just outside the main gangway of the ship, the entire crew has gathered at the side of the boat to witness the descent of this rare and magnificent creature you all have disembarked from. Running excitedly towards you through the sand in shock and surprise is Siphius, tripping over himself as he struggles against the flowing sand of the desert to reach you all. Finally reaching the party, he stammers in his quest for words until he finally manages one that he feels encompasses his feelings on the matter. What?
I'm going to walk up to Siphius and put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm just going to say, well, Siphius, it looks like somehow we managed to do it. Have you ever seen a Minkle Mastodon in person before?
He just kind of looks dumbfounded, and he's like, well, not one this large.
Yes, she is quite the special specimen. She's very kind. Do you want to touch her? Pet her?
He looks kind of like... he looks a little horrified at the thought, and he kind of shrinks back, and he's like, no, that's all right. It's quite large.
Indeed she is.
Always say.
Kippy, please. Yeah, so we did the thing you wanted us to do. Yeah, never mind. That's all I'm going to say.
We did the thing.
We did the thing.
We did the thing.
That we were sent out to do. Yeah.
Siphius kind of takes a moment to compose himself. He's covered in sand and very out of breath, but he's just kind of like, okay, all right, I think, yes, excellent. We have the Mastiminkeldon. We'll need to fit it on the ship and head back to Unity straight away.
Can they swim? Wait, no, it's not water. Wait, never mind. It's not like
I did the same thing before. But they can fly, but I think Laszlo will be able to fit her on, no problem, right? This Velvet Empress is massive. We should be fine.
Yes,
why do I suddenly have an accent?
the cargo hold should be quite ample.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's get her in there.
She might scrape on the side, though.
She is got the strongest armor known to mankind, so well, hopefully she doesn't, because the ship would fall out of the sky if she puts any holes in it.
It doesn't work like that. It's not how any of this works.
There's no water. There's no ship.
A lot of holes in it. I don't know. The aerodynamic.
The hole in the airship.
The aerodynamics of it. I don't know. It'll be harder to steer.
It's
Maybe.
Controlled by magic, don't you know?
Okay, fine. Let's get our asses on that ship and get the fuck out of here.
All right, so you're universally agreeing that it's time to put the thing on the boat and get back to Unity.
Yeah. I'm gonna climb on top of it and fly it onto the ship because it's not gonna be able to walk straight onto it. The entryway, I'm assuming, is not big enough. So I'm gonna just fly her like a helicopter and land her down on the back part where there's a lot of space.
Okay. All right, I can narrate from here then.
Okay.
Let's just get some ambient sound effects going. After you spend some time trying to creatively store the Mastiminkeldon herd mother aboard the airship, you settle for simply letting it take up 95% of the available space on the rear deck. The Velvet Empress then sets sail, unburring itself from the sand and rising into the air in return to the capital city of Unity. As day eventually becomes night, and everyone collectively retires for the evening, the start of a small sandstorm begins to buffet the sides of the ship, the loud noise of whipping winds and sand particles competing with the passive sounds of the airship itself, leaving little in the way of peaceful quiet for everyone on board. This event continues on well until the evening, until finally the sandstorm begins to pick up in intensity and volume. Awakened by the violent storm outside your windows, you all scramble from your collective quarters aboard the ship to assess damages and ready yourselves for the intense weather. And could the three of you at this point go ahead and give me a -4 perception roll on a d20? But Dara, it's only a -1 for you due to your elf eyes.
Okay. So -4 on a d20.
No, you Dara,
Did I
you're
not
only
do
a
it right?
-1.
Wait, what?
Oh,
You got a
-1.
-2.
Sorry.
Yeah,
So -1. Gotcha.
there you go.
Whoa.
Ooh,
And
nice.
I
Wait,
can
last-
see forever.
So did you roll a 1?
You sure did.
Yes.
Okay, so Laszlo and Kifi are a little busy being like, sand, But Kipp, you notice at that you kind of manage to make out in the swirling sands at the head of the ship a group of hooded figures making complex hand motions in the air, all pointing towards the front of the vessel. In the center of them stands an absolute beast of a figure. Its imposing, massive profile silhouetted by the combination of whirling sands in the darkness and the increasing glow of arcane light from the assembly gathered around it. Before you can relay this information to anybody that you've seen this or react to the events, however, the imposing figure raises its massive tree trunk-sized arms, and a wave of statically charged air blasts forth from its hands towards the front of the ship. Quickly, and with little warning, a small point of light forming at the prow of the ship expands into a massive swirling purple portal. Without any time to react or properly embrace for the coming impact, the Velvet Empress plunges through the magical vortex. And as it does so, the world around you rapidly turns black, as you are slammed into unconsciousness by some invisible force. The sound of screeching demonic voices the last thing you perceive before succumbing to the void.
Did you just kill our characters?
Yeah,
The
everybody's
end.
dead. Ready to kill. You can do anything
The
about
end.
it.
Good job. That was great, guys. Let's go find somebody to
Yeah,
raid.
let's go.
Well
Yeah,
done.
that
Well
was-
done. This is a good project. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been really good. All those Patreons, there will be season 2 coming.
Oh fuck. Are we all unconscious right now? What's happening?
Well, I'll get to
Oh,
that.
okay. Sorry.
Sometime later, you awaken to the world once more. Your body's sore, and your neck's bound in what appears to be strange-looking metal collars engraved with nasty-looking glowing runes. While you slowly come to your senses and groggily take in your surroundings, you can make out other scattered figures around you. Some faces familiar, some strange. It is dark and dim in this place, and you get the impression you have all been tossed into some kind of mass holding cell. Aside from these observations, one other glaring detail makes itself very quickly apparent to you all. Your equipment is gone. And not only your equipment, but any items of clothing or accessories you may have had at all are missing as well.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
Naked
My-
and afraid.
Everything's gone. You
Everything.
Pip is not with me.
Yep.
I get up, I start pacing around. I'm like, where's Pip? Where are we? What is happening right now? Are you guys okay? Kifi, Laszlo? Are you
we
all right?
freezing? You said we're freezing, right?
It's
For the
cold,
moment?
but you're not like dying,
like, super
right?
cold.
Like it's a cold, dark room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Person
basically.
generate like some light and heat for us.
Okay, so you're gonna do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it
How are
just
you
kind of
going to do
before
it?
I engage. I'm just gonna channel any try and source any sort of warmth and light that I can and bring it into this room and just kind of generate some.
Okay, but like, how are you doing that? Like, how does that manifest?
Like a ball of warm heated light.
Do you just want to become like a gnomish space heater? Is that what you're trying to accomplish here?
Yeah.
Just like you were a bright purple light last time? Yes.
Yeah.
Be our
All
heater.
right. So you want to just start being a little gnomish space heater? Okay, cool. Give me an unmodified roll of d20, pretty please.
No. Never mind. It said I'm gonna go. I don't fucking know. I'm freezing. I can't do shit. We're fucked for the rest of this episode.
Well, actually, fun fact, not only do you fail to create a source of heat on yourself, but for some reason you can't make anything happen at all. There's your magic is just poof fizzling.
Yep. I'm useless.
Oh yeah, we don't
No,
have
this
our
is-
torches or anything.
Do you have any indication of where we are? Like, do we remember? anything
hold
about it?
on, Keefe. Let me just say that like this feels different. Like it's not something from what you've normally experienced. It feels almost like something is stopping you from being able to do anything magical.
Hmm.
Okay, continue with your inquiries.
I mean, yeah.
What the fuck do we do? So we can't. So we're in a cell. We can't really. Can we see anything outside of it?
You can see that the whole room appears to have no doors or windows, from what you can make out. It's a little real. It's basically up in the ceiling is what looks to be a couple of glowing rocks that are bathing the room in a purple light. And other than that, that's it. It's very hard to see. You can't actually make out any other details other than the fact that you're in just a room, and there is nothing else. It's just a rock room with nothing really going on inside of it. But there's a lot of other people there. In fact, as you look around, you can see a good majority of your crew are there.
Oh. In other cells.
No, you're all in one big. It's
We're
like
all
a
in one big-
gymnasium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they all naked as well?
Yep. Everyone in this room is currently naked and wearing a collar with
A
the
collar?
same kind of like slightly. Yeah. You guys woke up wearing collars.
That's
Okay.
why I said it's a sex thing in chat.
Is devotion there?
No, actually. You guys take a little bit of time to look over the area, and you can see that no demonkin at all are present in this room.
You guys, did you hear the same thing I heard when we were plummeting into this magical vortex? I heard demonic voices, and I also noticed that none of the demonkin are here. Did you hear voices?
Yes.
Did I hear voices? Did I hear voices?
Yes, you all heard
Yeah.
demonic voices.
Okay, yes, I did.
Damn it.
Do you think that they did this?
I don't think they did this,
or-
but why are they not here? There's got to be a connection. I know they wouldn't do this to us. I know they wouldn't. I know devotion wouldn't do something like this without a reasonable explanation. I
Yes,
need to make sure
but
Pip
her-
is okay.
Her brother attacked us. It could be that.
He did? Refresh my memory.
as far as you guys were aware, when you set sail, Commitment was still with Devotion in her quarters,
Right.
kind of being held prisoner.
Commitment, right. Maybe he has something to do with this.
That would make a lot of sense, but he seemed.
You should probably tell them about what you saw before going unconscious.
Right. So before I went unconscious, I was able to see some dark, shadowy figures and then one massive figure. I cannot remember what else I saw, but it was imposing and terrifying. Was there anything else with that? There was a bunch of figures, one big one.
You could make out that they looked pretty much identical to the cultists who had attacked you before. Like if you were to look at them from the back, it'd probably be safe bet to bet that they're the wood mask wearing cultists who had attacked the ship before.
Do you all recall the masked cultists that attacked our ship before? They look very similar. I would bet it was them. If they did anything to Pip, I am going to murder them all.
Do you have any sort of like way of communicating with Pip when she's not with you?
I don't know. Do I, Dylan?
Is that something in your character? I don't know if it's something in your like bond with.
Well, you know what? You can try to psychically reach out to your familiar if you want to roll me a dice.
Okay.
Just unmodified 20.
Unmodified 20? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous. Here we go.
This roll good.
Oh,
please.
fingers crossed. Oh my God, what's happening? I'm on fire tonight.
Nice. So you do have the ability to communicate psychically
Holy
with
shit.
your familiar.
Okay.
And not only that, but as you reach out and try to communicate with her, there is like a noise that sounds kind of like feedback, and you get like a headache. Like you're kind of like like it's really loud and annoying in your ears, and it gives you the impression that
Make it stop.
this room makes that difficult to do.
I can't hold it any longer. Ugh. I don't know what's happening. This is crazy. I couldn't make out anything. There was noise. There was just so much noise.
I wonder if that's why my powers didn't work. Maybe there's something
Possibly.
blocking any sort of magic in this room.
As you guys are kind of having this conversation, a figure kind of sitting cross-legged, like patiently waiting on the floor, not too far away from you guys, kind of pipes up and offers a bit of strange wisdom for the situation, inserting himself into the conversation.
Hello there, travelers. What seems to be the problem?
Who are you? What seems to be the problem?
Not a problem. The situation.
Who are you? What have you done with my Pip? Where's Pip? Why are you so calm? Why is your voice like an angel?
I assure you I don't know who or what a Pip is, but if you would speak a little more calmly, I might be able to offer some assistance.
Might be able to...
Let me start over. I am Eldar, Dacus, if you will. Who might you be?
Me? I am Kipp, the Seed Seeker. Don't ask me what that means, but it's really important, and we want to know why we're locked up here.
Yes, I can tell it is important, and I can tell by the way you're covering your body, you were worried about your things and possessions and other things that people may be concerned about you. But fear not, we're all together here. No worries, no worries.
No.
And as you look, he's also naked and has a collar around his neck, essentially. But he doesn't seem bothered by his situation.
How long have you been here?
Time. Years, maybe days. It's all the same. I am not sure.
Why are we here? I want to know why we are here.
Perhaps you're here for the same reason I am here.
Why are you here? Stop speaking in riddles.
This
Life
guy,
is a
though.
riddle, my dear. I am here because I'm not sure why I'm here either. One day I just showed up out of nowhere through a beam of light, if you will. It's rather unpleasant here, but I don't mind.
And as you guys are having this conversation, you can hear someone kind of like moan in the background as they're sleeping, like, I'm Sunshine, thanks for the Twitch Prime subscription.
Thank
And
you.
then you continue your conversation.
Well, I don't plan on staying here, and neither do my companions. We're on a mission, and we need to get out. I need to find my familiar. And all of our possessions. This is unacceptable.
Possessions. My dear, the tree with the least leaves lives the longest during the winter. But I will help you if you wish.
What the fuck does that mean?
Kipp, I don't know if we should trust this dude. He sounds like he might be a little
I don't trust anybody that speaks in riddles, Keefe. Laszlo, how do you feel?
I'm very cold. Not used to being cold. Other than that, I'm fine.
Listen, the guards come by every half an hour. They should be around any minute. We could step to the front and see what can be done. But I warn you, out there, in here, it's all the same. It's all a prison. Doesn't matter. The bars, they're an illusion.
As he says that, that same sleeping person kind of mumbles again in their sleep and goes, Lord Zakpora, thank you for gifting a sub to Larkon Man. And then you guys continue on.
Yes, I don't believe I've been introduced to the other two members of your party here.
This is Keefe, and this is Laszlo Dipple.
Hello,
Thank
I'm
you.
quite important where I come from. Don't feel so important, though.
And I'm
Yes,
just
yes.
a bit of a mess 90% of the time.
Well,
I'm here.
if we're going to get out of here, you may want to remove your hands from your private parts and use them for something more useful.
Don't
Let's step to the
underestimate
front.
our power. We may look like a ragtag team, but we've done some shit. We've seen some shit. Just so you know.
Interrupting this conversation as you all try to kind of collectively gather your wits and formulate a plan of action going forwards here. A deep bellowing voice fills the dark room from all around you. It feels like it's kind of coming from all directions.
Welcome, mortals. As you cower together, cold, naked, and afraid, take heed of the center of the room.
And a 6 foot tall, faintly glowing metal obelisk with what appears to be the same 4-letter word written in some harsh demonic language on all faces kind of emerges from the floor like a specter, coming to a halt half a foot above the ground and begins to kind of hover ominously on the spot, even so slightly kind of bobbing upwards and downwards as it remains in place.
This is the obelisk of submission. You may remain here in this cold and dark place as long as you all desire. But should any of you tire of your accommodations, one only needs simply approach the obelisk, place yourself in contact with it, and speak aloud, "I submit," in whatever language you wish, and enter your new role in glorious servitude to the true masters of all that the eyes can see, the ears can hear, and the mouth can taste.
And what little light in the room from above dims, leaving the obelisk in the center of the large room as the only source of light for everybody around.
See you soon.
And with that final ominous word, you are left in the dark to kind of pardon your next move.
Oh.
Sorry. Is that supposed to intimidate us? I'm not submitting.
You're not intimidated?
Not at all. I am not submitting. We don't know what this is. These are our enemies for all I'm concerned.
Hey, then I'll be right there with you. I'm not scared at all. You're right. That was
I
fine.
found it rather humorous myself.
Isn't it funny? Oh, Laszlo, you don't believe, you're not scared, right?
No, I'm a trust fund baby.
It's okay. We got to figure out what we're gonna do though, because there's no way I'm submitting.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it at all. No, we're gonna be fine. What do
And
we do,
think
Kipp?
we must. Eldar Dacus, you've been here the longest. Have you ever experienced that voice before?
That is the first time I've experienced that voice, but often I am in a daydream, and quite frankly, normally a butterfly at this point. I believe this is the first time I'm hearing this voice. I believe we should
Okay.
listen to it. I mean, it's probably just another fun adventure, right?
So wait, you're saying we should submit to it?
What's the worst that could happen?
The worst that can
Live a life in servitude?
We all live lives in servitude,
mean-
whether you know it or not, my dear.
Oof, that hits deep. Oh, mood.
Well, I'm not going first then.
Yeah, we'll trust you to.
If you're
Touch it.
worried, what if we approach it and touch it together?
Fine.
Yep, what
I
do you
can't
think?
believe I'm doing this. This
You
is
seem so concerned with exiting, yet you've been presented a way to exit and you do not accept?
This dude's real. Using that logic, though. Kipp, what do you think?
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's crazy. But you know what? Like I said, we've seen some shit and we've been through some shit. We always manage to make it out. So fine, we touch it together as a group.
I shall join you. This seems interesting.
Crew, do you all, because we have all our crew here too. They're like, I'm
Yeah,
assuming
You
like,
might want to do like a roll call or like figure out who's here or who isn't, you know?
yeah,
That'd be good, probably.
yeah, okay. Who is here? It's pretty dark. We can't see. Speak up.
As people are kind of like moving around, and you can see a couple of unknown faces coming into the light of the obelisk. There's a couple more, like of the general deckhands and stuff, and members of the mercenary company that work for you guys who've kind of come into the light. You can see Codcar kind of stalk up, and he's not worried about decency or anything, so you can see all of that going on. And he just kind of like is visible there. And then after a few moments, you can kind of hear Dalwin kind of like, pardon, excuse me, move! And he kind of like nudges a couple of people out of the way because, he's a dwarf. And he moves into the crowd. And, no change for Dalwin because he's always naked. And he just kind of goes, you know what? I think that maybe there's something else we could do here before we just start willy-nilly submitting to what seems like slavery.
Thank you, Dalin. Please let us know. Tell us what you think.
agree.
And he's like kind of like taken aback from like being put on the spot. Like, well, I mean, like you are the ones who usually come up with these things, but I mean, I could give it maybe if we. What if I? And he kind of like he thinks for a moment, and then he goes, he backs up and he goes, okay, I've got an idea. And he goes, and he kind of ducks down a bit, and then he runs shoulder first into the obelisk, and as he's doing, he yells, "Fuck you open!" And he smashes into it, and then like slams down on the ground for a second, and nothing happens, and then he just kind of gets up and goes, Okay, that doesn't work.
Thanks, Dalin. Is Kifi, so Kifi is like completely not able to use her magic now from here on?
You get the
'Cause of
sense
that
that
roll?
if anyone tried to do anything magical in this, it wouldn't work.
I'd like to get my magic back, and that probably means we need to get out of this room.
Generally, it might. It might also have something to do with the collars you're wearing, a little from column A, a little from column B.
The collars we're wearing. What are they made up of? Are they just like completely like steel or?
They're a very uncomfortable kind of almost like dark iron metal. You don't enjoy having them on, but it's not like you have the option of taking them off.
Do they
No.
have a latch or lock?
Nope.
So no chance we can take them off at all.
Somehow it seems like they're completely seamlessly, like as if they were just part of your body almost. They've wrapped like almost chokingly around your necks, and there's nowhere you can see that they kind of break or have a lock or anything.
Perhaps they're the rocks in the middle of the room are what keep the seamless connection between the collars. Perhaps if we can escape the room, we can escape the collars. Maybe it will become more clear then.
You really, really want us to touch the thing. It
I am
would
not the
appear.
one who wants, my dear. It is you who wishes to leave. I merely said I would join you on your adventure. I said nothing of my desires.
It's just that you seem to be really pushing us to do this, and we barely know you.
Do you have another suggestion? I'm all for suggestions. I'm quite happy just to sit here and stare at the wall.
Is there any indication, like, of this room having any sort of, like, exit or anything? Like, are there any windows? Is there nothing in this room?
Tell you what, it's large, it's open. What you can see so far is that it's a big open room the size of a gymnasium, leaving it a little bigger. And after the lights in the ceiling dimmed, the only light you can use to see anything from is the obelisk in the center of the room. There's no real clear way. You could feel around in the dark, but the only people here who could see decently into the darkness are Dallin and Eldar and Kipp.
So I don't see anything else like of importance.
You Kipp specifically, because you have better vision in the dark. You can see that the room you can see more of the people around. You can make out that you do a quick head count, and you can see that pretty much everyone from your crew is here. The only people who are missing are Devotion and her demon kin.
Okay.
You see that you can't see Prue anywhere in the room. You can't see her. That weird thing that probably isn't alive that crawled around on the ceiling that one episode, it's not in here either, and you're not sure if it was still on the ship or not when this happened.
Okay.
And then you also don't see what's his name? Rock Throwy Gatsu character, whose name I forget.
I can't.
All of his rocks.
Eric. Right, Eric Bush. You don't see King Bush anywhere either.
Is Siphius here with us?
Yeah, Siphius is here with you.
Okay, I'm gonna look.
Barfing like normal.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He's actually still unconscious on the ground.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna go over to him and kneel down and try to shake him awake. Siphius, we need you.
He kind of jostles a bit and he goes, "What? What is it? What?
Calm
What?
down. Shh.
What?
It's okay.
Why are
Deep
you
breaths.
What?
We're all
Why am I
naked.
naked?
Deep breaths, Siphius. Please don't throw up. Please don't throw up. Deep breaths.
You can see that he's
no water for him this time.
he's gonna stress throw up pretty hard here. So
All right, I jump back out of the way because I know what's coming, and I just shake my head and just say, "Never mind," and walk back.
He kind of sits there like dry heaving a bit in panic.
God,
and
every time.
Between that, he's just kind of like, what, why?
God damn it. We don't know why, Siphius. We don't know where we are. We don't know what's going on. I was hoping that you might have an idea of what's happening here, but clearly you're not fit to talk right now.
Or do anything.
He's kind of like mixed between. You can tell that he's noticeably like confused and panicky. And again, he's in that moment where you kind of really don't get a lot of logical stuff out of him. And as this kind of display is going on, you can hear someone in the back, kind of like corner of the room. It sounds like another dwarf, except he's got like more of a gravelly voice, and he's like, "Hey, you're wasting your time."
I'm able to see him, right? Do I recognize him?
You can. He's just chilling in the corner of the room. He can see pretty well as well because dwarfs have even better dark vision than elves do.
Yeah.
And he's kind of just chilling there, naked as everyone else is. He's got long hair that covers his junk as well. And he looks like his hair's grown pretty crazy, like no effort of grooming. And you can make him out. He's just kind of casually looking there. He's not even looking at you.
But he's not part of our crew?
No, he's a stranger. You guys have never met him before.
Whoa.
There's people in here that aren't from your crew. There's a bunch of random people who aren't part of your crew as well in this room.
Okay. I just look over at him and I walk toward him. Speak up. What do you mean we're wasting our time? Tell us what you know.
He kind of looks up from the ground and he goes, "There's no way out of here other than that floating thing."
So you've seen that floating thing before?
One second. I appear to be... There's food from somewhere. Magical.
Magical food.
Why can't we conjure any magical food?
I am going to sit beside him and look for magical food myself.
I would really like some magical food.
Are you going to share that?
And he says, yeah. And then he kind of like, he's like, whatever you think of when it comes to food will show up in this room. I thought about grapes.
Oh my God. I'm going to think about elven friendship brownies. Because I left them back in the sanctuary.
And
do you just close your eyes?
You
think about it.
About them, the elven friendship brownies appear in your hands. And what do you want to do with those?
Oh, there's a lot. I thought about a lot. Does anybody want some?
Yes, please.
Okay, here you go, Kifi. 1 elven friendship brownie for you. Laszlo?
My stomach is rather upset. I'd better not.
Fair enough. Eldar Dacus, have you heard of the renowned elven friendship brownies before?
When I was a child, I heard speak of these brownies. I would be interested. I will take one.
So you've never...
In the light of better communication between us.
Fair enough. So you've never had one before?
I have never had... Are they similar to the High Elves' magic water?
Much better than that. And much more potent. Please just have a nibble. Promise? Otherwise, it's going to be a bad time for you.
For the sake of joining you, I will take a nibble.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
Nibble.
All right. So are you going to simultaneously just all kind of take a bite of it?
Yeah. I'm
I
taking a
would
small bite.
stop to question why we are okay to eat these brownies and not touch the other thing that appeared in this room, but I will take a bite with you.
Because I know what happens when I consume these, Eldar. I know what happens. So I'm going to just have a small bite, though. I'm not doing what I did the first time. I made a big mistake of eating too much of it. Got in lots of trouble.
So the three of you take like a nibble?
Yes.
Excellent.
That's my nibble dance.
All right, yep, I begin to nibble.
Cool. As you eat the elven friendship brownies, you notice that these don't taste like elven friendship brownies. They actually taste like a mixture of sawdust and horse manure.
Spit it out! Get it out of your mouth! That's not what it's supposed to taste like! Oh!
And as you guys kind of like are struggling with that, the dwarf pops another grape in his mouth and he goes, yeah. That's the downside.
Okay, so can't eat, can't get out, can't do magic. I'm naked. Get me out.
I continue to nibble to prove a point.
Excuse me. I'm not accustomed to waiting. So I just get up, I go in front of the orb, and I say, submit.
Wait, you're gonna go over and touch it?
Yes.
You're gonna go try to touch the obelisk.
Yes, I'm going to touch the obelisk.
As you go over towards it, the dwarf on the ground says, "Wouldn't do that if I were you."
And who are you, good sir?
Name's Fiddle.
It's what?
Fiddle.
Fiddle.
Fiddle?
Fiddle.
Can you explain yourself?
Like Fettle, but Fettle?
Why do we always have trouble with the names?
Fiddle.
Names.
Fiddle.
I can hear you just fine, good sir. Can you explain yourself?
He takes a moment to kind of like roll his eyes about you guys. And he goes, "Yeah, there's it technically can't leave this room in all the ways that means unless you touch that obelisk."
What is your warning then for touching it?
He sighs and he's like, "Well, I guess if you want to be slaves, go ahead. I've been here a while, but you know what? Can I get you little one? You want to help me demonstrate something?"
You're muted.
I mean, I was being a mime. What do you mean? What am I helping with?
He kind of stands up and brushes himself off. You can get the idea that he's been sitting there long enough for dust to collect on him. And he kind of gets up and brushes himself off and he goes, Come here.
I waddle over.
Yeah, you waddle over. Okay. And he goes, "Okay, turn around and face your friends."
Okay.
Okay, give him a wave. And as you do so, he quickly reaches up and snaps her neck. Snaps Keefe's neck and just kind of like sends her limp to the ground. And as you guys are kind of like, "What the fuck?" You kind of look down and see that Keefe is like a little bit like on the ground there dying, but now like slowly she just kind of like gets up and her neck is sore.
Wait a minute, we can't even die to leave this room?
And he
Did
nods
you
his
just... No, did you just kill me?
Yeah.
But you're okay, Keefe?
I mean, I don't think emotionally I'm okay after that, but I guess physically I'm okay. You just killed me.
You can't die here. You can't. Well, sorry. I should say, you can. You can die of thirst. You can die of hunger, but you don't stay dead.
Is there any known consequence for dying here?
No, I've done it enough.
What?
Wait, so is it, just to clear, so they're saying the obelisk is the only way out of here?
But he also says don't do it. So I'm awfully confused.
He kind of chuckles a bit to himself and he says, "I have been trying to make my way through the wall using what I can. And I'll show you a little something." And he kind of goes onto his knees and against the wall and kind of puts his hand against the wall and he goes, "You can look here. And as he kind of points down there to everybody, there's like a very, very small crack. Like maybe you could fit like a pinky finger in there. And there's a little bit of dirt spilling out. And he kind of looks up at and as you kind of like notice, he reaches into his beard and he pulls out what looks to be like a femur bone. And he's like, this is the 20th of these I've taken off someone. It's taken me 23 years to make that.
What? To make what exactly is that?
The hole. And like as you look down, there's like a very small crack in the wall that goes far in, and like a bit of dirt is kind of coming through.
So you think that this is another way that you can escape by digging some hole?
It's after 23 years, I believe he is saying it's pointless.
I think we should just touch the thing.
Have we taken a look at the bars? Or bars, I believe, right?
Actually, as you guys kind of sit there, looking at this little hole, you're kind of like, oh God, like you're getting the sense of like the hopelessness here, that maybe like nothing is going to come of this, and like, yeah, maybe you should submit, maybe you should touch the obelisk, you know, maybe being demonically enslaved isn't so bad, right? Like maybe there's perks. And
maybe there's perks.
Yeah, maybe there's perks. And as you kind of sit there, Kipp, you're kind of looking at the dirt on the ground, and as you're looking, you feel a voice kind of begin to rise up within the back of your mind, and starting as quiet as almost imperceptible rustling of leaves until it builds, and you can kind of hear this voice. And eventually, as you sit there, you're kind of like, oh, what's going on with my head? You hear
a voice. Kipp!
What the?
It is I, the spirit of the forest, come to guide you in your darkest hour.
Me?
Yes.
Did anybody else hear that? Keefe, Laszlo, Eldar? You guys hearing this?
No, you guys don't hear it.
What are you talking about?
Are you talking to yourself, Kipp?
No. Wait, maybe I shouldn't say. Something's in my head. Am I going crazy? What? Spirit? Who are you?
I am the spirit of the forest.
How are you in my head?
Remember, with the leaves and the vines and stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent. Yes. Is it clicking?
Is it what? Yeah. Yep. Totally is clicking. I remember this now. What? How are you going to help me here?
Perfect. We must venture closer to the wall before us. I can smell the ground ahead.
The what before us?
The ground. You know, the hole the dwarf dug. Go
Yeah.
to it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go to it. I'm
Yes.
so scared right now.
It's fine.
Okay. I walked toward the hole and I kneel down. I'm on both knees and I'm just crouched, kind of like looking into it right now.
Yes, kneel down to the hole. Do you see it?
I definitely see the hole. I'm staring.
I see the opening before you.
I see the hole opening. I'm in it almost.
Okay, you must place your hole within the finger. Your finger within the hole, Seed Seeker.
You want me to put my finger in the hole?
Yes, put your finger in the hole.
Why am I listening to crazy voice in my head?
Do you want to get it or not?
Shit, I didn't think you'd hear that. Okay. Yeah.
I can hear everything. I'm the spirit of the forest.
All right. Well, okay. I trust you, I guess.
Okay, good.
It's in, I think. I think it's in.
As Kipp places her finger into the incredibly small hole before her, maybe even only able to fit.
Maybe it's
like
my pinky.
Yeah, it's like the pinky finger.
It's too big. Okay.
A strange sensation like that of having one's organs caressed by a gust of wind briefly surges through her body, and a flash of green light travels through her veins, down her arm, and into the wall before her.
Well done, child. Keep your finger in place, and I shall see you free of this room momentarily.
Okay. This is crazy. I
And
feel
the
weird.
rest of you are like watching her like, what the fuck? Does anyone want to say anything before the next event unfolds?
Has Kipp eaten one too many brownies? Is that
That might be the case.
Laszlo, I spit it out. I don't know. I haven't even swallowed it. Now I've got my finger in a hole. I don't know what's happening. This is crazy. But I'm listening to this strange voice in my head because we have no other plans. Here we are, my finger in a hole, voice in my head. How did I get here? I don't know. But we're doing it.
Anyone else have anything to say before the next series of events unfolds?
I think it's all been said.
Elder, do you have any commentary? Your microphone's muted if you do.
I am just fascinated by this occurrence of events and pondering to myself why they were worried so much about me when this one goes around putting their fingers in holes.
We like to live on the edge, Mr. Eldar.
I gotta switch fingers. Wait, can I, voice in my head, shit, as forest spirit? Can I change fingers? This one's getting a little bit,
Before you can really do anything, as Kipp holds her finger against the small patch of dirt, a faint rumbling can be heard beyond the wall. The rumble becomes louder and louder until you can start to see cracks begin to form in the wall before you. As more and more of the other occupants of the room begin to take note of this turn of events, the wall begins to crumble and cave, eventually completely giving way into a hallway beyond, leaving a sizable entryway made of rubble and roots. It looks almost as if thousands of years of invasive tree root growth was accelerated, controlled, and directed to tearing down a path out of the room. And everyone stands staring at Kipp in brief amazement before the more quick-thinking members of the assembly break into a run and throw themselves into the hallway beyond in search of escape. This begins a rush of naked bodies pouring out of the hole and into the hall beyond in search of anything that they can get their hands on. What would the four of you like to do in this situation?
Forest speaker, can I remove my finger from the hole now?
You don't hear the forest spirit anymore.
Spirit.
It's not talking to you right now.
I'm gonna
It's safe
take.
to say you
I'm
can.
gonna take it
consider
out.
this a large
I'm gonna
hole where
take
your
it out.
finger-
I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay, you can pull it out.
Okay, pulled it.
All right, you pulled up.
What? I
say we join the
what?
streaking party.
Submission is still an option.
I knew you wanted us to touch it real bad. No, I'm so confused. Let's go follow the rest. I'm not submitting.
I mean, we're out, right?
I mean, maybe could be in purgatory for all we know, and we're just going down a deeper hall, deeper into hell. But yeah, let's just check it out.
As you guys are kind of having this argument, almost everyone has already flooded out into the hall and escaped. Most of your crew as well. They've kind of run in ad hoc to look for stuff.
Wow.
It might as well stick it together, I guess.
All right, yeah, let's go catch up with them.
I'm going to chuckle and join.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. So you guys are gonna go into the hallway, try to guide yourselves around.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. As you enter the hallway, you can see that the long, dark hallway kind of moves both left and right. Which direction are you guys gonna go?
What
Looks
was
very
it?
As they
like-
say, left is always right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what we did last time. Let's go left. Left is
I'll go
always right. All
To the
right.
left. To the left.
To the left. To the left.
Maybe everything we own is to the left.
All of our possessions in a box to the left. Let's hope.
I've
that would be
read that
convenient.
phrasing in a manuscript somewhere long ago.
Oh God. All right.
That's
Yeah.
fair. All right, you start your journey into the winding hallways of the place that you have entered, and the halls are very dimly lit by what looks to be kind of like rocks that are glowing purple, kind of in the hallways themselves at random intervals, and it's very confusing and hard to find your way around here. But while you search through the hallways and try to orient yourself, we take our first break. Okay. So, as you wind your way through the halls of the horrific kind of like slave pens and see people scattering throughout the hallways looking for other stuff, there's a lot of crazy naked people running around. Eventually, your journey takes you to the vote that we have now just finished, and I will tally up the end there. So I won't reveal the other two options because they might still play an integral part in this. But with 68% of the total vote, we have now come upon a room that is filled with sweet smelling perfumes and hot baths and kind of pillows just out the ass everywhere, with lots of areas in the room sectioned off with ornate room dividers. And you can see lots of erotic artwork on the walls and stuff. What would you guys like to do with this room?
Said it was a sex thing. Come on. I said at the beginning of the episode this was a sex thing.
You mean this over dungeon has a sex room?
Classic.
Classic.
I'm going to walk in with no bothers. Human flesh doesn't faze me, so I will walk in.
Wait, there's others there?
Nope, you don't see anybody. There's
okay.
nobody in the room right now. You
Okay.
can't really make out too much other than like a lot of places people would bathe and do other activities.
Hmm.
But the room does continue on inwards, and it looks like there might be some doors elsewhere in there.
Oh. I'm gonna walk around and choose a door to see if I can open it.
All right, cool. You stumble upon a very flimsy kind of like curtain of beads that covers the entryway into what looks like a large closet. It's kind of like a big room full of revealing clothing and what looks to be a veritable armory wall of strange-looking arcane devices that you see are probably used for both pleasure and recreation in different ways.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm going to put one of these on because I'm feeling pretty naked, even though they're pretty revealing. Can I put on an outfit?
Well, let's hear what everyone else is doing. Kifi, are you with her going into the closet?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of follow closely behind Kipp because I'm a little freaked out by nakedness and I'm a little freaked out by this whole thing. I kind of just want to listen to the big voice in the sky. So I'm just gonna follow closely behind Kipp.
Laszlo, what about you? What are you doing here?
Is it warm in here? And is the water available to dip into?
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to go take a bath, you could, but it seems like not a pressing thing to do during a prison break.
I'm just going to sit here, wait for them to tell us what's happening, and dip my feet in the water.
Okay. And what about you, Eldar?
I'm going to curiously walk around the room, just examining, seeing the other things in the room. I'm not interested in the outfits.
All right. So Kipp and Kifi, you both go into the walk-in closet of outfits and toys, and as you kind of look look around, you can kind of see like a whole array of different like flimsy looking like skimpy outfits. Nothing here would cover you entirely, but a lot of it at least might be more clothing than what you're currently wearing, which is none. Before you have a chance to kind of like sift through the available outfits, though, you can kind of hear a muffled cry of pain from one of the denser collections of clothing in the back room. Would you like to investigate?
Yep. Kiwi?
With you, Kipp.
Okay.
This whole thing is like naked, creepy sounds. People, whatever.
You can kind of, as you get closer to the collection of stuff, you can basically hear a soft whispering voice like shut up and also thank you, Lord Zach Bora, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Acorn Bandit. And you kind of hear that. So are you gonna move the clothes apart to see?
Before I do, a 3-pronged bright blue massive arcane toy falls in front of me to my feet, and I just no problem pick it up, and I just look at it, and I turn to Keefe and I go, what do you think this is used for?
Isn't it that sex stuff, Kipp?
Yeah, but more specifically, I don't know. 3 prongs, interesting. And I just put it back on the shelf, and then I part the clothes and take a look.
You part the curtains.
The curtains.
You part the curtains after playing. With
I part.
toy.
Yes, exactly.
All right, you. So as you kind of come to the back corner of this room, hidden behind a selection of leather outfits that look exceptionally tight and uncomfortable, you find a scantily clad young woman basically being used as a human shield, while a completely blue demonkin wearing an outfit one could only describe as fabulous stands behind her. The young woman appears to be bound at the wrists and has a gag in her mouth and looks pretty happily surprised to see you. The blue demonkin in outstandingly vibrant carling behind her kind of takes a moment to assess the situation and look you guys over, and quickly kind of like pushes the woman he's been using, or it's been using as a human shield, forward, and is like, "Thank goodness that you found us."
Are you okay? What's going on in here? How long have you been here?
Hi. My name's Velathrani. I was kept here against my will, and I'm so glad that you found me. And the girl who's kind of like bound up is like looking at this person like with like a frowny face and like shaking her head like.
Sounds suspect. Yeah, you sure about that? Why aren't you gagged and bound?
Well, I was here to help, but not. I was in the process of being trained, and this poor girl here was like, she was really having a lot of problems, and things happened, and the guards left, and I was like, we should get in the closet. It's just scary shit going on in the building. So we're here now. Thank you for saving us from the nasty demons.
I'm gonna need you to not move a muscle. I'm gonna walk up to the girl and can I ungag her immediately?
Yes, you can do that.
So I walk up to her and I just take the gag out immediately, and I'm just gonna say, "Speak."
She's gonna. Okay, so first, that's not what happened. All right, I'm Coriana. I obviously didn't volunteer for this. And that thing over there, that thing didn't, nope, that's not what's going on here.
Can you tell us more?
Yeah, what is going
Coriana?
I'm going to position myself between her and the demonkin while this is going on. Just like
so you've entered the room while this conversation is occurring?
Yes, I've walked in the room curiously.
Mister, I'm going to walk around looking at the porn on the walls.
I was done.
I was done.
I was spent.
You were spent. All right, cool. So you walk in and you kind of position yourself, and Velathrani, the blue demonkin, is just kind of like, yeah, and is like pushing up against Eldar while Eldar's just kind of like being a block and is just kind of like trying to make a case. Like, well, no, you see what happened. You see, hey, thanks for saving us. Thank you. You're strong. And is like touching Eldar on the body. And the Coriana continues. Okay, so this thing over here, I don't know what the hell the people in this place expect, but when I touched the big floaty stick thing, I thought maybe like break rocks, or you would serve tea. I didn't expect to be trained on how to like suck dick. And Coriana just kind of like continues ranting and raving, and you're just kind of like, whoa, too much information, oversharing. And then meanwhile, it's still Velathrani is just kind of like, oh, actually, yeah, no, and still touching Eldar, like, oh, so strong. So what are you gonna do in response to this interaction?
I'm literally in shock. So yeah, as Kipp, I'm sitting there, mouth just like hanging open, like, what?
I'm kind of just hugging Kipp's leg desperately, like, what the fuck are we involved in, Kipp? Help me. I don't know what this is. This is all very new to me.
I'm going to personally strengthen my position. The touching and the grabbing, I'm going to become more of a stronger, sort of harden myself up against this pushing and sort of the touching. I'm going to get a little harder in my stance.
Okay. You're going to harden up a bit?
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
I'm going to, once I've tried to sort things out in my head, I'm going to look at, what's his name? Velvet Man. What's his name?
Velathrani. And you're not sure if it's a man or a woman.
Velvet thing. How dare I assume? Okay, I'm going to look at it and I'm just going to be like, arms crossed. I'm inclined to believe the person gagged and bound over you. So start telling the truth now or face the consequences. What's going on here?
The blue demonkin, kind of like, oh, okay, okay, you got me. Okay, so I teach high, first of all. Again, what's your name?
That doesn't matter. Go on.
Okay, good. I'm a little put off. When my grandmother used to say in these situations, Lord Zach Bora, thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to Audi Doggy. But I'm not sure how that applies to this situation. But yes, I help here and train escort slaves.
And how do you come to acquire these?
Well, the ones who... So I don't know if you're familiar with how the process works, but the people who are put in the big room, they touch the big floaty thing, and then they're like, I submit. And then they get sent to somewhere else in the building, and they get processed and chosen.
Okay, who do you work for? Why? What is this place?
Well, I don't know if I should tell you that.
You're going to tell us that right now.
I guess I am. Yeah, so this is a big building that we process people that we've captured, and you're kind of in a place that isn't anywhere, and yeah, that's I don't really want to tell you too much because I might get in trouble.
You're already in a lot of trouble. Where's our possessions? You're gonna take us to them.
Okay, well, they're probably in the relic processing room. Probably. If anything was valuable, it will probably still be there. If it wasn't, probably burnt.
Can you take us to it? Wait, I mean, you're gonna take us to them.
I'm gonna take you to them. We're gonna have a good, fun time, and we're gonna go to relic processing. Good?
No funny business.
No funny business. That's obviously I'm not instructing that anymore at this point.
If there's been any funny business, we're gonna hurt you.
Yep, that I get the I mean, like, I'm no stranger to a few impacts, but I feel it's not going to be the kind I'm looking for in this instance. So, we can go if you want to the relic room.
Keefe, Eldar, what do you think?
Is that just where the big obelisk was? Is that the relic room?
No, that was like a holding cell.
What's in the relic room?
Apparently our possessions, according to this thing. I'm suspicious.
I don't know if this. Yeah, I don't know if this is like a shady. What he's doing is shady. I don't know if he's really someone that we can just trust.
Yeah, but like, what else are we gonna do? Do you guys have any other ideas?
I wandered into the room. Remember, I'm a hand-to-hand fighter. So I go up to this demon and I grab its hand and I twist its arm behind its back and I say, "We're going to relic room."
Ow, shit. Okay, fuck. I said okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna step up and place my hands on the demon's chest, and I'm gonna turn to the party and say, "Possessions are not important. Are we sure we need to go on this quest?" And then I'm going to also turn to him and say, "There is usually no reason for me to resort to violence." And I'm going to give him a stern look.
And Villatrani is going to respond to the mix of like that face that's kind of like, I'm a little scared, but also, ooh, daddy. Like, kind of.
Okay.
So what are you saying there, Laszlo?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm unfazed by this. I'm super rich, so I've seen some kinky shit.
Have you seen that 3-pronged sex toy? Because that was a new one for me.
Very curious where the third prong goes.
Same. Eldar. Dickus was Dacus. Sorry, I keep getting that wrong. Possessions are everything to me because my familiar is gone. That's my pet. Have you ever owned a pet? Have you ever had a pet that you've loved so much? Something tells me you don't.
When I was a child, I had a small bird, and one day it flew away from me, and I have never been the same since.
Exactly. So you didn't feel
That was my last
great.
possession.
Okay, so you can understand my concern about the fact that my familiar, which is also my weapon and turns into awesome other cool stuff when it wants to, is missing and I need to find it. Do you understand? It's like my companion animal. It helps with my anxiety and I get really freaked out when it's not around.
All anxiety flows forth from desire. Let go your desire, my child, and no anxiety shall befall you.
I am not giving up my companion. We need to find Pip. How about this? I don't believe this demonic thing is telling us the truth. It's not taking us to our possessions. It's taking us to the maw of a scary creature or something like that. But we can't leave it. We can't just leave it here. It needs to come with us. We need to make sure that it doesn't warn whatever else is out there, its boss or whatever. And Coriana, you're coming with us too. Let's go search around, but we're taking Coriana and we're taking this thing with us. Do we all agree?
I think that makes sense. Keep them in sight, but don't trust them.
Absolutely.
Can we use magic here?
Are you asking?
Are our collars still attached?
Yeah, you guys still, after leaving the room, the collars are still attached to you guys.
Oh, the collars. I'm going to look at Demon Thing and be like, how do I get these off? I'm pointing at my collar.
The Demon Thing kind of looks at your collar and goes, actually that's a good question, but you you want to leave me alone and how do they do this? You want to leave me alone and go back to the hole. And as you guys are kind of sitting there wondering like what the hell, Coriana does it and is kind of like, why am I doing this? And it's just kind of like wandering out the door, but you guys haven't been affected.
Oh my god, what?
Uh,
It's like a mind control thing. I'm gonna run to grab Coriana. I'm gonna just try to run out and grab her arm and get her to stay. What happens?
And she's kind of like, bitch, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going back.
As I'm holding her, she's just like trying to like break free of my grasp and just is like walking.
She's gonna keep going, but she's not really like struggling. Like if you're stopping her, she's kind of pulling, but she's not. She's very like it's almost like she's doing the thing, but doesn't want to do the thing.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around to the demonic guy thing, and I'll be like, "Surprised we're not moving? Tell her to stop."
Oh shit! Okay, bitch, quit it, and she's just gonna stop moving, and be like, "Okay, that was weird."
Hey, you better tell us what these things are. Tell us what's actually happening. Why did she just follow what you said?
Okay, so like I guess you haven't. I don't know how you got out of the room, but okay. So look, I don't want to get hurt. I just want to go home after all this. I'm really fed up with what we're at. Like I don't get paid to do this. I mean, part of my joy is my work, obviously, but the room you were in, I guess you got out of, because generally what happens is when you touch the floaty thingy and say I submit, that's how the contract is formed.
No contract here, buddy.
We're not submitting to the power of the neck, whatever this thing is.
Yeah, I guess the magical inhibitors inside of them are like still functioning, but you didn't do the thing to make yourselves like more malleable. So I guess you're like half slaves, I guess, maybe. I don't really know how it works in the intricacies. I just know there was a briefing. I don't know. I was stuck staring at the guy on the right.
We used great and mighty power to break free, and as you can see here, you have no power over us. So quite frankly, you need to start listening to us, and you're going to come with us. We're going to go exploring, and you're coming with us. You're not going anywhere. Sorry, your break isn't here yet.
Are you attempting to just, because like the thing is already going with you, basically.
Oh, I thought he said that he just wanted to go home and he wasn't gonna. Sorry, I didn't.
I mean, he wants to, but he's totally okay with. But like, if you want to say that's like an intimidation,
I'm trying to intimidate. Yeah.
Okay, and you want to make sure that this person, this demon, doesn't take you somewhere, not what you're looking for. So you're basically kind of trying to lay down the intimidator.
Yeah, I'm just like being like, listen, we broke free, using some crazy powers. Okay. And you have you just tried to mind control us. You have no control over us. So you're kind of in you're in the doghouse, pal, or whatever.
All right. You make a very convincing argument. I want you to roll a d20 for intimidation and add like a +5.
Okay.
And then I'm going to secretly roll defense against this.
My rolls have been so good. This one's probably going to be trash. Wait, what just happened? Did it not work? Oh, did I do a plus in front of it? Maybe. Hold on.
You just
it didn't
5
go.
Plus. That was damage roll, Dara.
Oh, damn it!
You rolled for damage.
D20, right?
You just punch it in the face and do 28 damage. Oh,
you're our slave now, bitch. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You roll a d20 and then just type for the.
I was so excited. I was like, "Yo, that's so good."
Yeah.
Oh,
fine. I rolled terrible on my defense against your intimidation. So if this thing was planning on doing something to persuade you. This being wanted you to take a header somewhere else. It's not in its mind now.
Okay.
So the words you have given have sunk in.
Okay.
So Velithrani just kind of goes like, "Yep, we're follow me, everybody. It's time to go get your shit."
Okay.
So,
well, I'm
you guys-
inclined to believe that he is going to take us to the proper place.
I just
think
want to know how to get these collars off, though. I feel like we should do that before we find our shit. Can we get them off?
I'm going to playfully hand Keefe the 3-pronged arcane object and say, "Have you tried prying?"
What's
If
the
only I
abbreviation?
had my magic, I would just.
What's the abbreviation of a dildo crowbar? A dilbar or a crowdo?
a Crodo. My
A
God.
Crodo, like fucking Frodo.
Either way, is that something you want to try to pry it off there, or are you passing?
Nope, I'm just gonna sassily just kind of like grump face Mr. Eldar
That
over
could be a magic sex implement. Maybe you should try it.
I'm good, Laszlo. But thanks, guys.
I'm going to turn and offer it to Laszlo after he says this.
I just kind of look at it and drop it on the ground.
Okay, so are we done fucking around with the arcane dildo technology?
No, but really, is there any way to get these collars off?
Are you asking the
Yeah.
creature?
Yeah.
Velithrani just kind of is like, "I'm not in charge of that. Sorry. I mean, like, nope, no idea."
Okay.
Maybe we'll find something in the relic room.
Hopefully. My magic back.
All right, so you guys are gonna wander off and head to relic processing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and nobody's doing anything else before you guys leave, and you're just gonna go.
I want to put on one of the outfits because we're still
Okay.
naked, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to put on one of the outfits.
Kipp, I thought you'd want to stay naked.
These are kind of sexy. I want to see what I look like with it on.
Okay.
All right, cool.
that's fine.
If you wanna put on an outfit from the closet, you're gonna have to describe to me what you find.
Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sifting through them, right? And everyone's like waiting and I'm taking forever. And everyone's like, oh my fucking God. Oh, these are all just so nice. This one is, what do you guys think is a better, cool tones or warm tones on me, on my skin? Take a look. What do you think? Cool or warm? Anybody?
I don't know. I feel like you could do, but let's go cool. Go for cool.
Cool? Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, this blue one looks pretty nice. And it's got like, oh wow, yeah. So basically, it's a royal blue and it crisscrosses across the chestal area, right? So it's just a piece of fabric, crisscrosses along the chesticles. And on the, like, near the shoulder parts, it's diamond encrusted. And then it's actually just one full piece of cloth, right? Like almost like a scarf, really long. So then once it crosses like this part of my body, you just have to like put it through your legs and then bring it like both straps up so that it covers your junk area, like your, you know, the low part. And then you could tie it right here. So it's just like this one big strip of cloth, and then you tie it in the middle in a pretty bow, diamond encrusted shoulders, royal blue. So I'm putting
Shouldn't
that
we all find an outfit to wear?
That sounds
I mean,
complicated.
If you want
Laszlo,
to.
yes, please, you guys. These feel great. I don't know what this is made of, but like I could touch this all day. Whew. What do you think?
Clothing, I'm going to mark that clothing are the chains of shame we bind to ourselves. I will stay naked. Thank you very much.
Ugh. Fun police. Kiwi, Laszlo, you should really put one of these on. Kiwi, this red one would look so good on you, I think.
I don't know if any of that's gnome sized, Kipp.
It's a piece of cloth. We can make it gnome size.
There are actually some smaller sized outfit selections.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Kifi. Oh, look at this one. Oh my god, I feel like this was made for you. It's Kifi, you say what color it is. You can choose.
Pink.
Pink. It is a look at this beautiful pink. Oh, with gold. What is that? Metal? Oh my god, this is really cool. Put it on. Put it on.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'll put that on.
Oh my god.
Look, you know.
Whew. Is it getting hot in here? Oh my god. Okay, Laszlo, you want one? We gotta find one for Laszlo.
I'm going to look a little further. I saw something shining in the back.
Okay.
I rifle through and I see this outfit. It's got these gold kind of pauldrons for the shoulders, and it's got this headdress with a feather coming out the top, and there's like a giant belt with a buckle and a little undercarriage protection, and there's like a golden fur boots that I put on. I think it makes me look majestic.
All right, so
Laszlo. I
Wait,
swear these
I
are
don't know,
made
like-
for us.
Super majestic. I'm looking extra pink. Dara looking extra sexy.
Dara.
I mean Kipp.
what was Kifi's outfit like? Like, what does it look like?
You go ahead, Kifi.
It's just, a very what are those called? Skater dresses with sparkles and glitter and floofy.
Okay.
All right, cool. So now you are all armed
not?
in what is essentially escort attire, ready to move on to the reliquary. Are you guys good?
Fucking ready.
Except for
Yes.
Eldar, I'm still in the duds.
Just super naked.
Can we
Yeah.
find you anything, Eldar? Is there anything in this closet that might
Unlike you, I was naked when I was brought here. I yearn not for possessions.
what
Clothing
about
would be-
really cute possessions?
I found this thing. It's like underwear, but it has it looks like a phallic object sticking out the front. Would you like to wear that?
If it would make you feel more comfortable, I shall place it upon my body, but not for my own sake. How about you dress me, Laszlo?
Yes, I found this thing, and there's like a blue sash you can wear, and it has a buckle going across, and there's also like these forearm dressings. It's very barbarianish.
I'm gonna slip into the outfit and then place a firm grip onto Laszlo's shoulder and thank him.
Anytime.
All right. So now that Eldar looks like Conan the Pegbarian, and Laszlo kind of looks like Julius Caesar if he was like, at a bar, and the rest of you guys are, Kipp's wearing this like fabricy thing, and then what I got from what your description was, Kifi, was more of like a nightgownish kind of almost glittery outfit.
Think of like the pinkest figure skating outfit you can imagine.
Okay, cool. And Coriana is just kind of like, and now that you're wearing your outfits, which you can't change now because we've run out of time. Coriana's like, oh damn, you guys look great. And Bellatharian's like, yes, wow, oh my god. Anyways, should we go?
Yeah, I kind of have an idea, guys. I just thought of it. And you are going to play along. I look at the demon.
Okay.
Now that we're all dressed as these sex slaves, we seem like we're under control, right?
That's right. It does look like you're just normal slaves.
Okay. So if we run into any trouble or other people that I guess run this place, we are going to pretend that we're your captors and you are going to completely abide. You are not going to tell anybody the truth about us. I say that to the demon guy.
Okay. Bellatrani is just like, that makes sense to me. The sooner I get you guys what you need, the sooner I can go home, take a milk bath, and forget about this day.
Okay, good. Glad we've got that figured out.
I feel if I threatened you with this three-pronged thing, you would like it too much.
I thought you threw that on the ground, Laszlo.
And
Yes, but
Bellatrani
I was trying to find a way to push him along.
kind of like does this and goes, oh, there are stories. I could tell you about that.
No time for that. Let's go.
All right. So you follow Bellatrani as Bellatrani kind of escorts the group of you through the halls, weaving and going through. And as you're kind of like coming upon what looks to be a room that is just full of equipment and stuff, it looks like it's kind of like there's just a bunch of shiny baubles and stuff all set around, looking like they're ready for cataloging. And there's nobody in this room. It looks like some things are already missing that have been taken off of like shelves and like run off with and what have you. So you get the impression that a couple of the other escapees have already been through here and grabbed some stuff. But yeah, this is more or less like a room full of like shiny baubles and gadgets that would come in handy. Do you guys want to go in and look around?
I would like to.
Yeah, I'll follow Kipp.
Yes.
A wandering.
Okay, cool. So as you guys kind of enter the room, Bellatrani just kind of sits near the door and is like, okay, this is the relic room. Can I like go?
I look at everybody else. I shake my head. Yeah.
No.
Nope. No, you cannot.
I'm going to again position myself behind him in the door so that he can't exit.
Good call.
Oh, dicks. All right, so you're kind of like in this room of strange baubles and gadgets, and do you guys start to kind of like search through the piles, look for familiar things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So all manner of gear appears to be scattered about in this room, and as you guys kind of search through the piles of stolen goodies and stuff to be cataloged, you quickly locate Laszlo. You manage to find your pistols. So both of your pistols, you managed to grab them. Kifi, you managed to find your ring of reflection, and your everlasting gnomish water skin. So you've recovered those.
All I needed. Those are my two essential items.
And Dara, you managed to find your flute of automatona.
Oh, I forgot I had that.
Yeah. So
I guess I don't care much about possessions.
Pip.
And that's about it.
Pip's not here. Pip. I just start calling out Pip. Pip.
There's no response from in the room. It sounds like you can't really find your familiar. And you get that same kind of feedback when you try to like communicate psychically with it.
Oh, yeah.
They must have burned our clothes.
Yeah, you don't see any of the clothes you guys came in with here.
Where I turn to the demon and I'm very angry. Where is my familiar?
Shit, woman, I don't know. I don't work here. This is my division. I haven't been to this room in like 2 months. Lost a sock. That was why I was here. It was a nice sock.
I just like hang back. My head's down. I feel pretty defeated, so I'm not going to say anything else.
Is there any other way you can contact Pip?
Oh, ow.
Or do we see like any trace of Pip? Do we see that Pip may have even been in this room?
There isn't any sign of like, there's a lot of stuff in here. And if you guys wanted to take a little time, you could maybe sift through the piles of stuff and see if you luck out and find anything worth grabbing that might be of help to you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I will as well.
You guys are gonna kind of look through the piles of stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll?
All right, cool. Can I have everyone roll me an unmodified d20 in the chat, please?
Do you need, since I'm not searching, do you need to roll?
You're not going to search?
Why the fuck do I get such a high roll on something like this? But like when it matters, I get like a 2. Hello?
I'm gonna
like, cool. You found cool shit.
I'm gonna look at Sorry, I'm gonna look at Eldar and just be like, can you just help us try to find some things? You don't have to possess any of them. We need some help.
I'm going to shake my head and chuckle and whisper as or remark as I'm walking over. You really are a prisoner, aren't you? And I come over to help.
That's whatever. Anyway, okay. Unmodified D20, you said?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, nat 20. That works.
Find all the things.
Why are these rolls so good?
You have become one with the items in this room. I'm immediately understanding everything before you. All right, so we'll do it in the order of rolls that we got here. So Keefe, first you managed to find what looks to be a small child-sized pair of shoes that would fit you. And the heels are kind of like, they almost look like ruby colored. Like kind of like one we could call them like ruby slippers. And you wonder if maybe that name has anything to do with their functionality, but you're not quite sure like what they do. You'll need to kind of test it out. Meanwhile, we go over to Laszlo. Sorry, what? Oh, you slide them on?
Oh, I put on my pretty shoes.
Okay, you put on your ruby slippers, and then Laszlo, you managed to find what looks like it's strange. It's kind of like a pair of glasses, but one end has like a little telescoping lens thing on it, and they look like they might almost be used for like jewelry analysis or something. So that's pretty much all you find that you're interested in. Do you guys hear a weird noise?
No.
Coming from my microphone?
No.
Okay, perfect. Never mind. I'm hallucinating. Just tripping balls, everyone. Don't mind me. Then we move on to Kipp, who, boy, do you find items. So first you find a pair of identical rings. The rings are pretty much exactly alike. And they look like, you recognize these actually. You know that these are a special kind of wedding band that when worn by another person. So if two different people are wearing these wedding bands and one of these people says the word swap, they'll immediately change places wherever they are in the world.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
these are like a special kind of enchanted rings, and you're it's weird that you know this, but you know it.
Okay. Whoa. I know of these rings. They do some pretty heavy magic stuff. That might come in use. And I just pocket it.
Yeah. So you got swappy rings, and then you also find a bag of strange blue orbs. They look like they're kind of like got little swirls of smoke inside of them, and they're all identical. And you get the impression that maybe if you threw these at something would happen.
Okay. Should I try and throw it at something?
I mean, you could.
Okay. I'm going to look at... Oh, go ahead.
Before we resolve what you guys do with your items, let's go through and I'll tell everyone what you found.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Eldar, you found what looks to be a gnarled branch staff. It looks very like homey and kind of like natural. And at the top, it looks like there's a lot of little holes in it. And when you kind of pick it up, you can hear like a very, very faint buzzing noise. And you also managed to find, kind of sitting next to it, a pair of goggles. And you're not sure what they do, but they look fancy.
Okay.
All right, so let's do it in order. Keefe, are you going to do anything?
I'm gonna try and just cast like basic spell that I'm very familiar with to see if maybe these have some magical qualities or can kind of break through this collar situation. So I'm just gonna try and cast a rope and see if I can make anything happen while wearing these slippers. Maybe.
Can't hear you.
Here, Dylan.
So, how about that weather? Just snowing over here, snowing anywhere else in the world? Where you guys live? Is there snow on the ground?
Where I'm at, they shut down everything.
Yeah.
City,
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Crazy. If only you lived in a place that's so used to snow. We are prepared for it all. If only.
Is it snowing right now? Where you are?
It might have stopped, but Fiddle is out doing the snow removals. So, yeah, it snowed quite a bit overnight. Oh, hello?
Hello.
There we go.
You hear me?
Yes,
Oh.
and it sounds crisp now.
Okay, we're good?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Right, so I have fixed the stupid error. Okay, so Keefe, what were you going to do?
I am going to, while wearing these shoes and kind of sensing that maybe there might be something magical about them, I'm going to try and cast a spell that is tried and true. And I'm going to try and conjure a rope to see if maybe this counteracts something going on with the collar.
Okay, I'll save you the roll and tell you that right now it just fizzles out and nothing happens still.
Okay, well, I'm just going to try to cheerfully do a happy dance and be like, well, at least I got cute shoes.
Do you perhaps, while you're dancing, click the heels together?
Sure, that's something that might happen while I'm dancing.
All right, so Keefe, you go to click your heels together while you're doing a happy dance. While that's occurring, Laszlo, what are you gonna do with those like spectacles you found?
I guess I'll take them and I look awkwardly at my outfit for a pocket of some kind. So I just kind of hang them on my my breeches.
You're not gonna put them on. You're just gonna like hang them there. They're like,
no, I don't have any jewelry to inspect, so I just kind of slide them somewhere.
all right, you kind of like holster those like jeweler's glasses on your loincloth or whatever, and it's not a loincloth. It's more like a bulgy piece of whatever. Anyways, your undergarments are now equipped with glasses. Kipp, are you going to do anything with your stuff?
Yeah. Okay. So I already have the rings in my pocket.
Pocket.
In my satchel that we found. Because didn't we find our stuff?
No, you didn't find that. You didn't find your clothing or your storage equipment. You just found your stuff, like toys, basically. Everything else is missing.
What toys did I have?
You had your automatona.
Oh, my automatona. Okay. Okay. Then JK, I'm gonna put them in Nature's pocket, and
You're gonna shove an automatona and a bag of orbs up your ass?
No, just the rings. Gotta start out small.
You can wear those.
Oh. I mean, okay, fine, I guess. Jeez. Also fun, police. God. I guess I put the rings on my fingers.
Don't tell us where to put our stuff, okay?
Yeah, weird voice in the sky. All right, I put the rings on my fingers, I guess. And I just kind of inspect these orbs. And I look at the demon and I go, you know what these are?
The Velathrani just gives you shit, I don't know.
So if I throw one at you, you're going to comply? Just so that we can test it out?
I mean, you could do it before they have a chance to respond, but they're gonna go start going no.
Okay, I do it. I throw it.
Okay, you throw the orb.
How many orbs do I have? Sorry, wait.
There's 20 of them in there.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I throw one at them.
They're very small. They're like marble sized.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna throw it at them.
You're gonna throw it. All right. We'll resolve that as soon as we figure out. Eldar, what are you gonna do with the items that you've found?
Well, I'm going to take my staff and look at my nature's pocket, but then I'm going to tap it on the ground and try to look into the little holes and see if I can see anything inside.
All right. And you're not doing anything with the goggles?
I'm going to place the goggles on my head and then place them over my eyes, yes.
Oh, you're going to put them on over your eyes and look at the staff?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. So, simultaneously, Kifi taps her heels together, wearing her shoes. Laszlo tucks his spectacles into his underwear. Kipp reels up and throws a ball of one of these little orb things at Velathrani. And Eldar puts on glasses and looks at the staff. And as Eldar is looking at the staff, you can see that the top of the staff looks like it's full of bees. And nothing's really coming out of it, but you really look like a little hive in there. And it's kind of weirdly changed. So it's kind of been shrunk down a bit. And, now and you get the impression that these goggles that you're wearing, they can show you more details and interesting things about magic items or just almost the true nature of anything they look upon. Meanwhile, as you're looking at your bee staff, Kifi clicks her heels together and is immediately teleported into the line of the ball being thrown at Velathrani. So these shoes click together and you are randomly teleported to a spot in the room just in time for Kipp to wind up and chuck this ball, and it impacts with Kifi, and the room it expands and fills the room, and you can see this bluish smoke fill the entire room, way more than you'd think would be possible for such a small item. It goes the whole room, fills the hallway. You can't see shit. And also, as Eldar is looking at his staff, when the smoke fills the room, he can no longer see the staff. He's still holding it, but basically you get the sense that this smoke stops him from seeing whatever he wants to see with those goggles. So now the room is full of blue smoke, and you guys are like, what the fuck? God damn it. And as the room...
injured at all?
No, you're not injured, but you can hear the sound of Velathrani just yeeting it down the hallway, running away as you guys are kind of dealing with this new situation. But it's not toxic. There's no problems with your breathing. It almost seems kind of pleasantly lavender scented.
Huh. I'm gonna go.
You can't see.
Whoops. Sorry. And I'm also gonna just try, just out of sheer curiosity, to see if it's affected us at all in any way. I'm gonna put my hand on my collar and see if I'm able to remove it.
You can't.
Damn it.
With you, Kipp. One day we'll get these off.
Yeah.
And we'll get Kipp back.
Figured I'd try.
I'm gonna... the fruits of our desires have turned into today's karma, it seems.
I hate lavender. Well, I think we lost the demon thing. That's my bad. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Velathrani yeeted the fuck out of there.
We should we leave this room?
Yeah, I think we should.
Can we find the...
Yeah, I say we go hunt him down.
What's visibility like? Can we find the exit? Is it easy to see?
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, you could probably go look for Velotraining, but the problem is you guys can't see anything but smoke. So you're kind of stuck in a room, unable to see each other. You're going to have to feel your way around.
Okay. Well, that's what I do.
And with the goggles, can Laszlo see anything? Or is it SK that has the...
It's SK who has the goggles.
Who?
You can't see
Sorry,
any.
Eldar?
Eldar has the goggles equipped. He can't see anything. It's almost like the smoke obscures whatever his goggles can do.
Okay, well, there goes that plan.
Okay, are you guys gonna feel around, try to find each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, is the smoke it's not clearing at all if we wait? It's like just gonna stay.
It's just hanging there.
I'm
you
gonna
get the impression that this smoke sticks around for quite a while.
I'm gonna just walk and try to find a wall and then follow the wall to the exit.
What about the shoes, Kifi? You could attempt to teleport several more times. Perhaps you could find the exit.
I mean, I can try. No one's throwing anything this time, so that could be a viable option. I'll just go ahead and click my heels together just to kind of see what happens the second time I do it.
You're gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You teleport a little bit in front of you, and that's about it.
I mean, we could keep clicking.
You keep teleporting very small distances in front of you.
This isn't working. But good thought, Elder. Good thought. I think I'm gonna follow. If I can see Kipp, I'm gonna try and follow the same and find a wall if I can.
Yeah, you guys are gonna feel around for a wall and maybe try to meet at the doorway.
I'm gonna use my staff to extend my reach and try to find a wall or anything. Maybe another person.
Okay, what about you, Laszlo?
I just kind of awkwardly try to pot the smoke and move slowly forward.
All right, cool. I want everyone here to give me an unmodified D20 as you do this. So just go ahead and roll me a D. Oh.
Come on.
We're stuck in here for eternity. This is our real prison.
It's
Jesus.
fine.
No,
it's fine.
Not you, Kipp. Just me. Just gonna endlessly be teleporting 3 inches in front of me.
So
for the rest of my life.
It's great. It's great. Trust me, it's great. So Eldar with his bee staff ahead of him, looking to find his way. Sorry, what end were you using?
The bee staff end.
Okay. So Eldar with his bee staff is feeling his way through, looking for a wall, and everyone's kind of making their way to where they remember sort of the door is, because I mean you did have the layout of the room before you entered, and you guys are bumping into stuff. And Laszlo seems to be almost idiot savantly kind of making his way through unscathed by things, and is just kind of yes, I think this is where I came from, making your way back with no trouble. However, as the other three kind of start meeting together in the middle of the room, Eldar kind of holding his staff out, poking around. Kifi is still decides to keep trying to get further into the room by clicking her heels, and so is teleporting around a bit. And she kind of teleports right in front of Eldar's bee staff. And unfortunately, the Eldar kind of bumps the bee staff right into her face, and a couple of angry bees come flying out of the staff and start stinging Kifi. And so Kifi's like, oh God, the bees, not the bees, and is running around the room in panic as the bees are on her. And as she's doing so, she runs into the back of Kipp. Shit. And Kipp kind of knocks over, and as Kipp is falling, she kind of holds out to grab something, and as she's falling forward, she grabs onto the protruding part of Elder's outfit. So now you are sitting there, kind of holding yourself up, holding on to the artificial protrusion from the front of Elder's outfit. kind of like recovering as Keefe runs around through the room blindly screaming, "Not the bees!" And Eldar's kind of like, "What's going on down here now?" So that's where you guys are at in this whole process.
Bees.
Suddenly, I am glad for my outfit.
Suddenly.
Yeah. So Keefe.
Do the bees stop? Am I just running around bees?
Well, you're panicking because of bees, but eventually this process of you going like bees, you eventually stumble out into the hallway where Laszlo is now still just waiting. He's already made his way into the hall and is kind of like,
fine.
oh god, bees. It's not many bees, it's like 3 bees, right? Like it's not a huge swarm. It's like 3
still
bees.
bees.
It's still bees. They're angry.
God, what took you so long?
I mean, I got attacked by bees somehow.
You're still being attacked by bees.
I'm still being attacked by bees. You can maybe help me, Laszlo. But we're here. We made it.
Also, hello, player of Eric Bush.
If it isn't the rock lover.
Yeah, if it isn't the Lord, the King of all, King Bush.
King Bush.
So now we have Eldar and Kipp, you're just sitting there grabbing onto Eldar's protrusion. What are you going to do about this?
Kipp, if you could grab onto my other staff, please. We could extend our bodies into a longer mass and maybe perhaps help ourselves find the exit easier. Arm to arm, staff to staff.
Okay. What? So I reach out and...
So you guys both wrap your hands around the bee staff and are going to continue forward with it?
In the light of making ourselves a bigger mass to find the exit, yes.
All right, fair enough. So with a bit of searching, you guys both kind of like are awkwardly like grabbed together and holding onto the staff together, and you kind of come out of the smoke as you see Kipp and Laszlo kill the last of the bees that are trying to continuously bite Keefe. And you both kind of like walk out like all like flamingo dancey type, like holding the staff together and come out of the smoke. So now you guys have all exited the room.
Sweet. That was some hell. All right.
All over some possessions, right?
Did I take any like damage from that, or am I good?
No, you're fine. Just a couple of bee bites. You're a little tougher than that.
Okay.
It's only 3
bees. Just fun fact, I hate bees.
So the hall that we're in now, there's like, we could go one of 2 ways. Like we can go left, right? Like back to where we were, or continue down a hall further?
You're in a hallway now and it kind of only goes one way, but you can follow it if you want, rather than trying to make your way back through the smoke.
Aleph, the person whose name I just forgot went this direction.
Velathrani?
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay.
Can maybe tell if she went this way?
You guys are a little distracted by smoke and chaos and couldn't really make out where Velathrani had gone.
Okay.
So you're gonna follow the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I'm not going back in the room, so this is our option.
All right. So you guys enter the halls again, kind of making your way through the winding hallways, and things seem to shift almost as you're kind of walking through. You get the impression that this is kind of an enchanted building and it's intentionally meant to kind of like change the layouts, but eventually, as you guys spend a while kind of wandering through the halls, you get out to what appears to be a very large kind of hallway leading into it's like a room full of mobile display platforms almost. There's all kinds of sizes and numbers. You get the impression that these would be used to push out into a larger area and kind of like really dramatically display like slaves for auction almost. And just beyond this large room of like these platforms and what have you, on the far side of the wall, there is a massive doorway. Like it looks like it leads out into kind of a courtyard, but normally it would be blocked by what looks like a very heavy, impassable like metal door that kind of like scales up into the roof. But it seems that someone or something has raised it into the roof to allow anyone passage beyond. And you can see that a lot of people have already taken advantage of this fact, because outside in this massive doorway, you can see a horde of half-naked escapees wielding equipment taken from all manner of spaces within the building, engaged with combat with a host of guards. So you can see a lot of your crew out there fighting with more of these masked, like wooden masked cultist types. And they're really getting into it. And some of them are like just the most absurd outfits. Like a couple of people had the same idea as you to take some more like risque outfits. Some people are wearing like a mishmash of random armor they found. It looks like they got into an armory somewhere and just have a collection of like random stuff. But yeah, there's this massive half-naked escapees picking a fight with these people out there. What do you guys want to do about this?
Can we make out any of like? Can we make out like Dolan or Silius anywhere? Or is it
Silius.
like general?
Silius.
Oh my god! I just did Dolan and Silius. Hello,
Oh, it's me, Silius.
Silius and Dolan. Because obviously I know names really well. I got stung by bees. It's fine.
You're having an allergic reaction. It makes you mispronounce names. It's fine.
Yeah. Silius. Where the fuck did I come up with Silius?
I don't know. But yeah, actually, you guys can see that pretty much everyone from your group who was in the building there has now kind of made their way out into this open fighting arena almost. It looks like a big general purpose open kind of front ways. There's what looks to be like a semicircle of amphitheater seating on the other side of this big open space. And you can see that everyone is kind of throwing down, and there's Dolan, and he's gotten his axe back. He's got his weapon out of the relic room, and he's just kind of like flailing it around at a group of these like cultist types. And you can see Kodkar has picked up what looks to be like a smaller, weaker version of one of these masked cultists, and is beating another cultist with him. So he's just kind of like wailing feet first on this guy, and it's making an absolute mess. And you can actually see that Roland, believe it or not, Roland from the mercenary company, the leader of them, is kind of laying into some dudes. He's found a really big, like, trident almost, and is just kind of like keeping 3 of them at bay. So you can see this whole like shenaniganry going on. But the amphitheater has kind of like this dome over it that you get the impression that maybe you guys wouldn't be able to get through it. So there's only one other way out of this place, and it's still blocked. And currently that doorway is being guarded by a whole cabal of untouched kind of like masked guys. And there's even one really big dude with them who looks like he's carrying like a pair of whips. So I don't know what you guys want to do, but what's your plan here?
Well, we don't have magic. We
Nope.
don't have our weapons, except for Eldar has a staff, right?
Yeah,
That could be used as a weapon of bees.
that's right.
Laszlo's
Staff bees.
a trained fist fighter.
That's
And I
right.
have my pistols as well.
You have your pistols?
Yes, but no ammo for them.
Ah. Okay, so you can
Nice,
pistol whip
nice.
a nerd.
Can I take a look at the collars with the goggles that I have to see if I see anything? You said they did give perception of what things actually were.
Yeah, actually, you look at the collar, and on the collar you can see that there is a word like on the side of it, separate from the runes. You can't read it. You don't know what the language is, but you get the impression that this hidden word might be what's required to open them.
Okay. Does anyone speak foreign languages here?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Do I?
No demon speakers here.
Oh,
no,
wait,
no devotion.
Did devotion ever like whisper you anything in demon speak that you might know?
Yeah, actually, Devotion was like, in case you're ever captured, just speak these words. Scenario.
Kipp and Devotion have that, that special bond. So I just was like, maybe she like whispered little demonic things in her ear.
I wish she would, honestly.
Yeah, most of the time was spent past not like, eating fucking grapes naked in a tub together, learning how to speak fucking demonic words. So no, none of you understand what the language is. None of you can read it.
Okay. It was worth a try. Why not?
At this point, I take the goggles off and I harden up again and I say, I guess it's time I mentioned I am an adequate fighter myself.
I was just about to ask that, Eldar. That is really good to hear right now. Laszlo and Eldar, I think you guys should rush forward and fight. And Kiffy and I here will watch.
Yeah, well, I'll cheer you on, guys, because obviously I'm pretty useless otherwise.
This is what I'm thinking. We try to clear as many as we can from that only exit that we can see right now. Eldar, use your bee staff. Release the power of the bees. Laszlo, release the power of your guns. Not your, your weapon guns, but your fists. And last resort, I throw one of those blue marbles. We just remember where that exit is. I throw the blue ball and kind of like a smoke bomb, and we rush out of here. What do you think?
Thanks for throwing me under the Master Minkledon.
It's just that, Kiffy and I don't really have much that we can do at the moment. But you have a weapon, Eldar, and you said you're an adequate fighter. And Laszlo, you always boast about how you use your fists all the time. So you did this to yourself, sir.
If you insist.
I do.
Is there any chance that Pip might be in this room somewhere among this chaos, or came in with the other people? Maybe?
No, you don't see anybody wielding Pip. You would be able to, or at least, you still get that appearance. So if somebody is here running around wielding Pip, you wouldn't know. And it's really loud because a lot of people are beating ass right now. So
eating ass?
Beating.
Oh my god! I was like, wait.
Or
what?
It's one of those parties.
Beating or eating. Okay.
Actually, both could be in the same category, but.
What kind of parties do you attend?
Yeah, okay.
So what say you? Do you think this is an okay idea? I can't think of anything else.
I walk over and I place my hand on his shoulder and I try in a calming manner, in an attempt to soothe him, say, life and death is but a passing dream, my friend. Let us take action.
All right, that's creepy, but okay.
Ominous, but okay.
Is he still naked this whole time too?
No, he's wearing that the strap on.
He's got a strap on.
Even better.
Oh my god.
Dildos unite!
Grab hold of my staff, my friend, and let us take battle.
Oh god.
All right, Dara, can you transition the view to the combat space above?
I can.
Actually, I'll just hold on. Just let me shift. Yeah, there we go. It's all centralized now. And then, hold on. I got another thing here. There we go.
Whoop. Oh god. Oh lord. Oh my god, I fucked up. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
There we go. Excellent. There's the gate behind them. And
very good.
You
did well with your budget. You did.
Thank you. Yes. This high budget D&D production.
I am a gate.
So good.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna teleport myself. I'm just kidding.
I mean, you could always try that. It's a good idea.
No, it's gonna like rip my body apart. Like or some shit.
Cool. So you're at this this gate here. Can you put yourselves in the positions of where you would like to be for this engagement?
Well, I think Kifi and I should be together and a little bit back. But let's go like here maybe. Because I'm assuming Laszlo and Eldar will be like up a little bit closer to the dudes. Yeah. Maybe let's go like over here on the side.
Like as far away as we
Yeah, a little bit far. Yeah, Lele's. Bye. Yeah, let's go like here, I guess, on the side. I don't know.
I love that this would actually be.
I know, like mid fucking fighting. We're like, okay, where should we stand? This makes the most sense if we're over here. Yeah, totally.
Then we can come in and back you up, but maybe not.
Maybe not.
All right, everyone's where they should be.
Am I okay in the sense of like how close I am to the enemies? Can I throw a ball or a marble and actually hit them? Like, or am I so far away from them? Like, what's the distance?
No, you guys are pretty close. Like, you've run up to try and engage, and they've turned around to like they've been watching this fight, and they see you guys kind of run up to try and start fighting. So, what I want you to each do is click on your token, hit the roll initiative button, and add the number in the green circle on your token. That's your initiative value.
Wait, I missed it. I'm sorry.
So click on your little token.
Yes.
Hit the roll initiative button, and then type in your green number. So the green circle on your token, type that in for the initiative bonus. All right, nice. And then I still need one from Kipp.
What? Did I not?
It didn't register. You got to click on it.
Yeah.
Hit roll initiative. Add the green number.
I see one.
Yeah, it says Kipp rolls 18. Did I not do it right?
The problem is it's not in the turn order thingamadoodle.
All right, but I don't see. So I click on the green circle.
So you click on your token, like Kipp, and then you click the roll initiative button.
Where is
and
that?
Then you put in 6. It's the the purple button.
What? Oh no.
Like where it says roll d20, like roll damage.
Oh, down below.
Yeah. And then in the box you would put 6.
Yeah, I thought this is what I did.
And then hit submit.
Is it not working?
Now it is. Weird. Okay. I'll give you your original. God damn it, Saji. I'll give you your original roll. I'll give you 21.
Okay.
Just because that was what you rolled, it just didn't seem to function properly at the time.
All right.
So there we go. So the descending order is Kipp. You have the first move.
Oh, great. Which I didn't want to do because I wanted the guys to do stuff. What the fuck do I do? I literally don't.
Tell you what. I'll let you give your boost, like give up your turn to try and like boost Eldar to go ahead of the other cultist that's ahead of him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Do you accept this boost, Eldar?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you give up your turn, and Eldar is now technically going to go before the large cultist. So the it's basically Eldar, big ass cultist with the 2 whips, and then Laszlo is the order we have going on forward here. So Eldar, what are you gonna do in your turn? I'll say that you have like extra actions because Kipp has sacrificed her turn for you.
I'm going to rush in and begin to use some of the skills I've learned as a mixed martial artist over my years. I'm going to jump and come down quickly with a hard elbow into the cultist, and also a knee.
Which one?
The first one who's right in front of me, the closest.
Okay. So you're gonna close that gap and do a flying kind of Tony Jaa move. And you're not gonna do anything with the big your staff of bees?
Right? The bees. Don't forget about the bees.
The bees, as I finish down with my elbow, and as I hit the ground, I come up into the face with the staff of bees of the first cultist.
So you're gonna try to like jump smash him with your free arm and elbow, and then as you land after delivering that blow, you're gonna just bees him in the face.
I am going to bees him right in the face.
Okay, cool. That's going to take some complex actions, but it's going to be pretty sweet if you pull it off. So I want you to roll a d20 at a +5, and then we'll go from there, seeing on your roll. That was with +5. Oh, boy. Now I want you to roll me a d20 at no modifier. Ooh. Okay, now I want you to roll me a d20 at a -3. Okay. So you know what? Fair is fair. Let me roll a private d20. And we will see. Oof. Okay. So the bad news is your flying kung fu attack is dodged by the man. Unfortunately, he kind of gets out of the way. You know, these things happen when you're fighting. It's not always a guarantee that you're going to connect. But what does successfully happen is you shove bees in his face. So you come flying in all complex, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And it kind of serves as a distraction because now you've gone, surprise, bees! And you shove a staff full of bees in his face. And at this aggressive motion, as opposed to a passive motion, a large swarm of bees comes shooting out and engulfs the cultist in front of you. So unfortunately for that cultist, I'm going to need to find a better looking symbol here real quick. Okay, there we go. He's like, bees! There we go. That's the bees symbol.
It's perfect.
So he's like, the bees! And he's kind of like not doing too good because now he's surrounded with bees. So he's going to take some damage from the bees. And now we're going to move on to Big Boy. So in that process, Eldar has moved himself closer to the cultists. The other guy is like, bees! And the big dude is going to come smashing up to Eldar as a result of this. And he's a very big, intimidating cultist. He's still got the same kind of outfit, but this guy is a brick shithouse. And he's got two really nasty looking, like, flaying whips. Like these whips look like they take skin off of you. And he's going to come over and he's going to overhand try to whip one of them at Eldar. So Eldar, you're very good at dodging things, however. So roll me a d20 at a +6. And we're going to see if you can kind of get out of this. Nice. Now I'm going to roll to see if he makes that a moot point or not. What is this, all the threes? Jesus Christ. All right. Fucking suck shit at whips. So you do some crazy... Who put a bee on the screen? Who's doing this?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Why isn't it... Why does it have a background?
I don't know.
That's not how this was supposed to go.
Technically supposed to be a transparent background, but for some reason... No.
It's failed miserably. All right, continue. Sorry.
All right, cool. So the whip master there kind of curves it, and it's like slow motion, like Eldar kind of like, and it like scooshes over his face, and he's just kind of like not bothered. And as that occurs, Laszlo, it is now your turn in the turn order.
I take the moment of confusion, and I set aside my pistols because I don't have much storage room, and I get ready.
Well, they're tucked into your waistbands if you want.
Oh, okay. I tuck them in, and I get I get ready to grapple. I take all my training and strength, and I dive for the stunned man, and I put him in a chokehold. And
Well, he's covered in bees?
yes.
You want to
bees
chokehold the man covered in bees?
Yeah, the bees don't bother me. I want to punch him out.
All right, so you go after the already unfortunate cultist who is currently covered in bees, and you're like, hey, buddy, you know what's even funner than being covered in bees? Getting your ass beat by Gaylord Centurion here with his his fancy shirtless attire and his long flowing cape.
Yes, I'm feeling the energy of the situation and my outfit. Ugh.
All right, you're gonna headlock him. Before you do any rolls for this, do you want also, hi Thane, we love you. Are you going to? Would you stop fucking with bees? I think that's a wasp.
No, it's not. It's a bee. it's a bee.
Are you going to appeal to any deities possibly, or anything to make sure that?
No, I'll save that for a couple actions forward.
All right, cool. Well, he's really distracted, and getting his ass beat is going to be easy because he's really occupied with bees. So just roll me a d20, and as long as you don't crit fail it, you're gonna do fine here. Yeah, you don't crit fail it. That's a really low roll, but it's fine because he's distracted. He's covered in bees. You go make his day worse and start wailing on his face hole. So can you roll 3 dice worth of damage for me and add like a 2 to that? Nice. You beat him hard, and he's covered in bees. And you know what? In the combination of being stung by bees, freaking out, getting headlocked, and then Captain frickin' Bulgy here comes running up and starts wailing on his face. He's done. He's tapped out. He's like, no thanks. I'm done with this. And he lies on the ground in submission after getting his face smashed. So congratulations. That guy is he's tapping out. He's not voluntarily committing himself to this engagement anymore. But as a result of this, we now move on to one of the other cultists, who is likewise going to join in the fun of trying to wail on Eldar. But again, Eldar, you see this coming. You know what's happening. Give me another d20 at a +6. Nice. I'm going to roll to see if I can do anything about this. That's going to be a critical failure that time. So, okay, you know what we're going to have happen here, because it's a critical failure. With critical failures, you usually almost always take damage to yourself in some form. So this cultist is going to come running up and be like, oh boy, I'm going to punch this elf right in his, protruding fake junk. And he's gonna come running up, and he's gonna try to deliver the blow. And Eldar, who is in the process of dodging that whip, is going to kind of like shimmy out of the way and like Tai Chi his ass to direct the flow of his punch into the groin of the standing whip master, who is very nearby. So he's gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna do a couple of private rolls here. We're gonna get a 15 versus an 18. So his blow is going to redirect and hit the guy just above his belt, and the guy holding the whips is going to look at him like, dude, why do we even hire you? Like, kind of look. And then the next guy is going to come up and try and beat on Laszlo, because Laszlo just beat his friend down after he was attacked by bees. He's going to run up and try and deliver Laszlo a flying elbow, weirdly enough. So he's gonna try and drop that on you. And what are you gonna do? Are you gonna dodge there, Laszlo?
Yes, I'll dodge with the best of my old ass ability.
All right, cool. Roll a. Oh no, Sarah, did your camera freeze?
Apparently, I don't know how long it's been like that, honestly.
Oh shit! Not long at all. I've literally saw you moving like not a little bit ago. It does look like she's super intensely concentrated, though.
Right? I'm just really focused on this battle, guys. Doing nothing in it.
All right. Well, you futz around with that
Yeah.
while we resolve this.
Yeet.
So Laszlo, go ahead and roll me a d20 and a plus 3.
It's back.
Oh, all right. What am I going to roll in private? Oof. All right. It's not good enough. You're going to take a flying elbow to the face, unfortunately, from a cultist. And he is going to do 7 points of 8 hit point damage to you. You're going to take 7 points of damage from the people's elbow to the face, and you're going to get staggered back a little bit. And the other cultist is going to see this and be like, hey, that looks like fun. I'm going to do it too. And he's going to come flying up. And unfortunately, you've been staggered by that blow. So you can try to dodge it in response, but I want you to roll a d20 and a no modifier.
Can I use one of my behavior points to assist me?
Sure, you can spend a single behavior point to re-roll. Or I'm going to say that 5 behavior points when you expend them is an automatic pass of a roll. It's not a critical success, but it's an automatic pass. So we'll say so you can spend 1 of your behavior points now to re-roll it if you don't like the roll, if you want.
Okay. Roll what? Sorry.
Unmodified d20. Nice. Well done. That's a pretty good roll. I don't think you'll need to spend a behavior point for that. All right, let's see if the other guy... I did that publicly, but it's fine because it's a 15. So you managed to dodge. He tries to flying elbow you, and you get your wits about you, and you're like, nope, not today. And now it's Kifi's turn. Kifi, what are you going to do?
I am going to try and click my heels and try to teleport behind this man and punch him in the butt.
All right. So which man?
The one right next to Eldar.
That one there?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay, cool. I want you to roll me a d20 unmodified and see if you can focus enough to make that the will of what you want.
Punch it in the butt.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so it's not quite a critical, but you end up about that far behind the guy, and it didn't take much time at all to move. So are you just gonna run forward and fist his buddy?
Yep, I'm gonna punch him in the booty.
All right. Sweet. I want you to roll me a d20 at a +1 because of the surprise initiative there, but you're not a very good close combat specialist. So yeah, that's not. I don't know
What?
whatever that was. What's the incorrect roll?
Oops. I put 41, not 1.
A 58. I punched his ass off into space. The defense roll is a 9, so he's going to be like, you're going to punch him in the ass, but it's not going to deliver enough of a blow. So he's just going to be like, what the? And be like, why is there a tiny person fisting me? So now we move on to
Sorry.
the other cultist who's going to run over and likewise attempt to get in on the elf punching action over here. So he's going to throw a haymaker, but again, you're ready for it. Eldar, give me a +6 again on a d20. Oh, but it's not very high. So let's see what this guy can roll. For his attack roll, he's going to roll 5. He's going to... You ever get the feeling like your bad guys are like you bought them on a sale at Walmart and like now you realize why they were on sale, right? Cool. So you don't necessarily dodge it, more that he just sucks ass at his job. Which brings us back to Kipp. Kipp, are you going to do anything?
Yes. I am going to try to use my automatona. Is that what it's called? To lull these guys into a slumbery.
You're going to try to use the power of the automatona to put them to sleep?
Yep. Or at least like dizzy them or something.
You know what? I'll say that that's doable, but everyone in the area that you're doing it will be affected. It has no way of being, like, targetable.
Okay, then I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my sharp, pointy automatona at one of them.
You're gonna throw your flute.
Well, yeah, if I can't, yeah, yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's what you're gonna do.
Okay, so they're still kind of very close to the gate. Is it, like, if I do, how do I? It's either that or I throw the, like, blue ball thing. If everyone knows where the exit is, I could try to smoke them out and...
You could tell everyone to remember where the exit is if you wanted, and, like, throw the... You can see that in the background, the fight is going in the favor of your crew and the random strangers. Like, they're beating the random... They weren't prepared for a prison break of this size.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not going well for them, right? So you're just kind of, like, bringing down the largest contingent of them at this point.
Right. I don't know. I guess, yeah, I'll... If we're... Okay,
I mean,
whatever.
The door's closed, so that's a problem.
Ah, okay. Then, yeah, I'll just throw my automatona at the one that's... What is... the one that has, like, the bees thing? What's the thing next to it? He's, like, downed, but not, like...
The guy with the bees marker is down and he's given up. He's not fighting back.
He's not fighting anymore?
He's done with... Yeah. The other guy behind... I'll move him to the front. The other two guys, however, are beating on Laszlo right now.
Okay, then I will get closer and, yeah, I'll whip it. I'll whip my automatona at... why isn't it not letting me? The middle guy in those three.
Punch one of them? You just want to throw an instrument at them?
I mean, if I can, I will throw an instrument at one, distract him, and punch the other guy in the face next to him.
All right, tell you what, I'll let you try and do that.
Okay.
It's going to be 2 separate D20 rolls, unmodified. So roll me 2 D20s unmodified. Tell you what, we'll see what the defense die have to say.
The bees.
That's a 4. Oh, that's a 16. So the first guy, you successfully distraction flute him. You're like, yeah, and he's like, what the fuck? And he's really, really like, what the hell? Just flute, just fucking, you tried to hit me with a flute, and it's gonna like hit him.
Does it poke him in the eye and do damage since, you know, he rolled a 4?
He's wearing a mask and you rolled an 11. Don't push it. So you whip it at him and he's kind of like, just startled. You know, it obviously distracts him. And then you try to sucker punch the other guy, and the other guy's just kind of like, what the fuck? So you don't hit him, and he's like startled. So now they're aware you exist. And in the meantime, Whippy McBig Guy is going to go next. And Whippy McBig Guy is going to be like, you know, he's not happy about this. So he's going to try and overhand both of his whips on top of Eldar. But Eldar, again, you have great senses of like mobility here. So roll me a d20 at a +6 again, and we'll see if you can dodge this guy's overhand double whip attack. Oof. That's with a +6. All right, let's you know, for comedic purposes, we'll do it as a single attack, publicly rolled as a oof. Ouch. Okay, so you're not gonna you're gonna kind of like try to, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do some fancy kung fu shit, and you kind of try to reach to wrap them around your arms and kind of like pull him in closer, but instead he kind of like hits you in your shoulders. He kind of at the last second moves them, so you don't really get to wrap them and pull him forward. He just kind of rakes the front of your chest with 2 strikes of those whips. So we'll do a public damage roll here. Oof, you're gonna get swipped for 17 points of damage, my friend. So click on your red bubble that is like 55 there, and do minus 17 in the bubble, and it'll automatically subtract for the hit points.
Ooh, that hurt my nipples.
But luckily for you, it is now your turn to retaliate. So are you going to deliver a blow back to this thing?
I am going to attack, yes. I'm going to go right for a punch right to the midsection, just right in the donger.
You're gonna dick punch the big guy with the whips? Is that what you're gonna
punch the whip guy? Yes.
All right, you're gonna dick punch the whip guy, just straight up. You're gonna channel that chi, and you're gonna end his PP.
Full chi fist right to the dick. Yes.
All right, yeah, gotcha. Okay, I want you to roll me a d20 at a +6, because you're in a great position now for some dick disaster. Ooh, that's a pretty high roll. It's an unnatural 20, which is pretty good. What's the defense going to be? Not enough. You're going to deliver the dick down. So what I want you to do is click on roll damage, and I want you to roll me, let's say two dice, but with a 2 modifier. So you would put 2 and then 2 in the boxes. Nice. So you donk him for 10 points of damage in the junk, sending him stumbling backwards, and he is not happy about this. It hurts him, as one would be hurt by taking an open palm strike to the junk. So Laszlo, it is now your turn in this combat. What are you going to do?
I'm going to use my opportunity here, since he's staggered, and I'm going to take one of my pistols out, and I'm going to kind of run toward the whip man. I'm going to throw my pistol at his face, and then I'm going to punch him in the gut.
All right. You're gonna distraction pistol him in the face and then gut punch him. Okay, cool. Give me an unmodified d20 for the distraction throw, and then we'll see what benefit you'll get from doing the other roll. You're not gonna. You're just gonna ineffectively throw a pistol over his head, and he's gonna be like, "Dude, what?" So, but I'll still let you punch him. So, d20 at a +4. Because you're still a good brawler. Oh, you are a very good brawler, sir. And let's see what his damage or his defense roll is. That's going to be a 16. Not good enough, unfortunately. Where were you hitting him again?
Right straight in his gut.
All right, you're going for the straight up gut punch. He's not wearing anything that's covering that area. I'm going to give you 3 dice to roll for damage. So go ahead and no modifier, but 3 damage dice. And that was the guy right in front of you?
So that was the whip man.
Oh, you went after the whip man?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll continue that forward and say that you delivered a gut punch to him for another 6 points of damage, which is not a lot at first, but because of the combination of damage he's taken, he is now staggered, and he's a little unhappy about getting his ass whooped so many times by getting punched in the dick and then the stomach. So he's going to take a little moment on his turn to be like, and now we're going to move on to the other cultist who sees this happen. He's going to run over. He's going to try and overhand kind of karate chop Laszlo on the head. And Laszlo, I want you to roll me a d20 at a +2 to avoid this head chop. Oh, all right. We're going to do a private roll. It's going to be an 18. Unfortunately, you're going to get head chopped. You're going to get karate brain blowed. So let's see how much damage you take. Okay, luckily you only take 6 points of damage.
Whew. Made it out of there.
So you take a smack to the head, you take 6 points of damage, but you do not suffer any negative effects from the blow, thankfully. The other cultist over here, having seen Kipp run up and be a bit of a doofus, is going to return the favor and try to gut punch Kipp. Kind of like straight in the stomach. God damn it, Kipp. Fucking Discord. All right, Kipp, I want you to roll me a d20 at a -1 for defense here.
I do put in like the negative sign, right?
You put in the negative sign.
And 1. Why is it not going? Hello? There. Is that possible?
That was the wrong dice.
D20.
-1
D20. -1.
Deal a point of damage.
Submit. Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
Ooh. So that's a 2.
There goes my intestines just smushed. Fucking. He puts a hole through my body.
He doesn't put a hole through your body, but he does hit you for 5 damage. So he gut punches you for 5 damage.
Fuck me. All right. Oh, I have to actually add that, right, myself?
Yep, you go do -5 in your red bubble.
Gotcha.
Cool. The other one is going to see the 2 guys over here, but then he's going to remember, hey, a midget just tried to punch my anus. So he's going to turn around and he's going to just backhand Keefe. He's going to try and like here you go, little girl, kind of slippity slap. So Keefe, I want you to roll a defense roll, but at a -3 because you're not very good in close combat. Oh, but you're still quite good at rolling. So let's see what we get.
Only when I'm protecting myself.
Ooh, unfortunately, he's gonna roll an 18.
Oh fuck.
So you did quite well protecting yourself, but unfortunately, you're still gonna take the clip of a slap to the face, and he is going to do. Oh, he's only gonna do 3 points of damage to you. So you're gonna get like you're not gonna get knocked over. You're just gonna get like slapped in the face. You're gonna be like, ow, dick. But luckily, it's your turn to attack back, Keefe. What are you gonna do to the man who just gave you a slippity slap?
I'm gonna try and teleport behind him again. Punch him in the butt again.
Okay, so he's you're gonna try to get behind him again and then punch his ass one more time.
Yeah, actually this time I'm just gonna punch him in the kidney as hard as I can.
Kidney, but still teleporting.
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
Okay, focus real hard on the area behind him and click your shoes together and roll me an unmodified d20.
Hey!
Nice.
I did a thing, guys.
Okay.
Required.
So you were thinking real hard about teleporting behind him and punching him in the kidneys, and that translated to the words behind him and kidneys being part of this process. So you teleport behind him, but because of the close proximity, and you're really aggressively getting your fists ready, you teleport behind him. So you go boop, and there's a moment where he's kind of like uncomfortable and feels really painful, and you're like on the other side of him and you're getting ready to punch him in the kidneys, but you realize that you're holding his kidneys. So you've got his kidneys in your hands. He's not going to live very long without those. Are you going to do anything else here, or are you just going to like show them to him?
I'm just going to throw them at him.
You're going to throw his own kidneys at him?
Yes.
Okay, cool. How are you going to do that? Like, describe the throwing process to me.
I'm just gonna like look at him and chuckle and just like, here, catch, and then just throw his kidneys at him.
He's gonna like, actually, you know what? Let's publicly roll to see if he catches his kidneys.
Okay.
Oh, he critically catches his kidneys.
Oh fuck. Solid.
You're like, here, catch, and he like martial arts master fucking grabs them both out of the air, and is like really proud of himself for really quickly grabbing these two things. And then you can't see his face because he's wearing a wooden mask, but you can tell that he's gone horrified in the realization that this unpleasant feeling inside of him and the things he's holding are his own fucking kidneys. So he's going to scream under his mask and panic and try to figure out how to put his kidneys back inside of him. So he's going to go running off looking for a doctor. So he's going to be like, like into the distance, holding his kidneys. So congratulations on that front. At the side of this,
Did a thing.
You did the thing. The other guy, hold on. We need to find an appropriate, real quick. What icon says my kidneys? Like, oh God, my kidneys. There we go. Oh God, my kidneys. There's the oh God, my kidneys icon. So he's not doing too well. The other cultist, however, it's his turn now. He sees this go down, and he goes, he yells out of behind his mask, screw the instructions. These guys have to burn. And he starts kind of like, he powers up his hand to his side and starts summoning the same kind of like purple flame that you saw commitment summoning, but it's a little less impressive. But altogether, he's still kind of, so you get the impression that this guy isn't willing to keep following orders in terms of a breakout, and is looking to cause some serious harm. So he's going to start powering up his hand, but that's going to take like pretty much his entire turn, which brings us to Kipp.
Which guy
Kipp,
is this?
Sorry?
Which guy is doing that? The main?
That guy, right there. Beside that dude right there is powering up. Are you going to do anything about Mr. Power Up over there?
Hell yeah, I am. I'm going to, can I move or no? Do I have to stay where I am at?
You can move.
Okay, I'm going to move toward him.
Like, what are you going to do to stop?
What's that?
Describe to me how you're stopping this process.
Okay, well, I'm running up to him, and is he like conjuring with his like hands? Or what? Like, what does it look
he's
like?
Holding his hand by his side and conjuring like a purple ball of flame.
Gonna like come
in
near
it.
me. Okay. I'm going to like run up to him. I'm gonna jump and like spin kick and try to like kick his hands as hard as I possibly can with all of my force.
The chargy hand, you're gonna try to spin kick his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Give me a d20 and a -3.
Jesus Christ.
It's fine because I still have to roll a defense.
Did you twirl?
Yeah, you come twirling up, and you're like, what's that chick fighter from Street Fighter? Chun-Li. You're like, I'm Chun-Li up in this bitch, and you're like, yeah, and you like spin around and land in front of him, and you didn't hit his hand at all, and he's sitting there charging still, and he's kind of like looking at you like, what?
I have a technical question.
Yes.
Did I have to do a -3 because it was something kind of fancy?
It was, but it also would have given you better rewards if you had succeeded.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's right. So it's like it's a risk reward, right? You do something crazier, it's going to be harder to do, but it'll have a bigger impact if you do it.
Okay.
But at that statement, I'm going to do a couple of quick little private rolls. Oh, we got oh, okay. One more. Of course. All right. So as you guys are kind of like dealing with this problem, no more gifts in Discord.
Sorry.
As you're kind of like you miss this guy and he's charging up. In the distance, you can hear the sailing sound of an object coming through the air, and as you kind of look up near the gates, on the through kind of like one of the openings in the roof area, you can see that hanging from the roof up there is Eric Bush. Eric Bush is hanging on the grate, kind of like over the dome, and he hucks a rock through, and it smacks this guy right in the back of the head, who's charging his attack. He's charging his laser. So from up on high, one of the rocks comes sailing through, and manages to blow into this good side of this guy's head, knocking him off balance. And in the meantime, over near the gate, you can see Prue, Prue has gotten kind of like, you don't know how the hell she got in, but she just put to rest one of the guys guarding the gate, and is kind of like pulling one of the levers that opens it. So the front gate is opening, and you can see kind of like Prue kind of like smiling at you guys and like motioning like, get the fuck out of here, kind of to the gate to everybody. And meanwhile, the king, King Bush is up and still on the top of the grill, just hucking his rocks in at some of the stragglers still. So you guys have received some aerial artillery support via rocks, and Prue has opened the doorway for you guys. Unfortunately, before anyone can take any actions after this, Whipman is going to have to roll to see if he can recover from getting punched a lot, which we'll do publicly. So let's see if he gets a good recovery roll. He does. That's good enough to recover. He's going to get real angry at getting punched in the stomach by Laszlo, and he's going to say, you know, these whips are great and all, but I'm going to headbutt you. So Mr. Whippy Boy is going to headbutt you, Laszlo. I want you to roll me a d20 at a +2. See if you can avoid getting face-on-face action with a hard wooden mask. Let's do this publicly, shall we? We're gonna do a roll. Oh, it's gonna be good enough. So you're gonna get headbutt, unfortunately. So you are going to take 10 points of damage from that blow to the face. This is unfortunately going to stagger Laszlo backwards. He is not going to be in a good state after that. So we're gonna just put a little sad marker on him. And but this guy over here, having triumphantly headbutted, is no longer sad. Which brings us to Eldar's turn. Eldar, what would you like to do?
I'm going to rush the enemy that just attacked Whippy guy, because of what he just did.
You're gonna rush Whip Boy, got it.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna shove my bee staff in his butt.
So you're gonna run behind him then?
You can under.
You're gonna like reach
undercut
up
from yes.
Okay. Is this a sliding under attack or?
Yes. It's on my knees. I'm gonna run and I'm gonna slide, and as I get underneath, I'm gonna shove upwards.
All right.
With the bee staff.
Cool. I want you to roll me a d20 at a +5, and that'll determine how we go from there. Oh, that is a critical roll, my friends. That is a critical roll. Go ahead and roll me a d20 at a +7, I'm going to say here. Oh, this poor... We're gonna give him one chance to save his own butt. Oh, he's going to roll a 3. That's a consistent... You're gonna... It's B time, baby. That's right. It is B time. So you're Tara. Pretty good possession to have. Perf. All right, so you give him the bees. Not only does this unfortunately encompass his lower half with a swarm of bees, but the direct attack. I want you to go ahead and roll me damage. I'm gonna roll 4 dice, no modifier for me, please. Oh, that was just enough to put him down to a bad place. He is now, unfortunately, covered in bees, which we will have to go back to the not the bees status, which is, where was the, there you go, not the bees. And he's also very, very unpleasant about this turn of events, which brings us to Laszlo's turn. Laszlo, what are you going to do?
Do I have to recover first?
Oh, yes, you do. You have been stunned from a very unfortunate blow to the face. Roll me a d20, +2, we'll say. It wasn't that hard of a damage. Oh, but you don't recover, so you're kind of like, oh, Jesus Christ, my head. So as you guys are fighting this out, the other cultist there, unfortunately, is going to see The elf kind of goes sliding through this guy's legs and give him the old stick trick. And as this dude is winding up to punch Laszlo in the face, we're going to see if we can get some divine intervention again. Gatsu, stop fucking rolling criticals when you're not here. What is this, your lucky bullshit? Get out. Okay, fuck you. Okay, you rock this man. You send a rock right into the side of his head, and he is going to roll a 9 on defense, which is going to do poorly. So this dude, before he can take advantage of Laszlo's knocked around state, is going to be like, "Oh, I got rocked in the face," and yeah, he's not doing too hot actually. He's pretty off balance. The other guy, however, is going to go after Kipp. He's going to try and punch Kipp in the back for stopping this fight. He's not quite ready to not break the code here that apparently is being adhered to. They've been told very strictly not to use magic against you for some reason, it seems, which is probably very lucky for you. But he's going to attack, and I'm going to have you roll a d20 at a -2 for me, Kipp, and see if you can stop that from being a problem.
I am done with this game. What is happening?
Oh my god, your rolls!
Dude!
Okay.
Rolls are terrible. Except I
Manga.
teleported really well. Like, that's the only thing I've done.
It's cool. He's going to roll up behind you
Say
and
maybe.
punch you in the back, but it's not going to land very hard. You're only going to take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Captain Kidneys is like, "Oh god, I need help, please help. Oh god, I've stretched. What the fuck is going on here? Help." He's out of commission though. He runs off into the distance looking for assistance in placing his kidneys back in his body before he dies, which leads us to Keefe. Keefe, are you going to do anything here now?
So this guy, is he like out?
Yeah, he's on the ground in a fetal position being like, "I don't want any more of this."
And this one is too. Wait, that's Laszlo. This one?
They're all stunned, but they're not out of it. He took a rock to the face, he took a face to the face, and then he took bees to the ass.
Okay, I'm gonna try and teleport behind this one and punch this one, because that's literally all I can do.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d20 at a -1. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna say that you really only go a little bit forward. So you're closer. You can punch him, but you have to run up a bit.
Okay, I'll run up and punch him.
Okay, and where are you punching him?
Is he faced away from me?
He's facing Dara. He punched Dara in the back. Dara's like, "Oh, ow!" Got a fist in the back.
Why not even punch this dude in the kidneys as well? Why not? Make him pee
Wait.
his pants a little.
You can punch him in the kidneys as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch him in the kidneys.
Okay, do you want to call upon any divine powers to do this, or are you just gonna fist his kidneys?
You know, maybe since I'm literally useless in every way in this fight, I'm gonna ask for my patron saint.
Hello, you did just teleport a man's kidneys out of his body, causing him to run screaming into the distance. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not useless.
That's fair, but I could use all the help I can get. So I'm gonna call upon my divine god that I always call upon, Lord Zach of the Boras, to bless this attack, please. I am his faithful follower, and I pray to Lord Zach of the Boras yet again to help me in my quest.
All right, and as you do so, you can see that Auric, content with what he's been throwing at people inside, kind of climbs down and jumps down into the bushes outside. And it's pretty dark, so you haven't been able to see beyond the dome yet as well, really all that well. But you're going to call upon the power of Zach, right?
Yes.
All right,
Look. Thank Lord Zach of the Boras.
All right, go ahead and give a a prayer.
Dearest Lord Zach of the Boras, Frenchman of our people, please bless this attack so that I may live and be useful once again, Lord Zach of the Boras.
All right, cool. Lord Zach hears your prayers and grants you his favor in delivering the finishing blow to this man's kidneys. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a plus 8 on this attack, actually. So roll me a d20 plus 8.
It's gonna be like a 3.
Oh, that is not a 3.
Hey.
That's a very high number.
Woo!
He's going to roll.
Lord Zach of the Boras.
Figures.
I know
I roll.
followed God.
I roll a critical failure. So you're going to do a lot more kidney fisting damage. So you're going to come running up, and your little gnomish hands, infused with the power of the gods that have blessed you in this engagement, are going to thrust into this man's kidneys in his back. You're going to punch right into his kidneys, and I want you to roll me a damage die. I want you to roll me damage. I want you to roll 4 damage dice.
No modifier?
No modifier, just 4 damage die. And that was
As much as I
4,
hope.
right?
Yeah, that
Okay.
was 4.
Wow.
My shitty rolls, you know.
All right, you deliver quite
Good
an
idea.
outstanding blow, but you are unfortunately not possessing of a massive physique to do so. But however, it is enough to cause him great pain. So he is going to be stunned and falling over and being like, oh god, I just got gnome punched in the fucking kidneys. Which will move on to the last cultist over here, who is going to try and beat down Kipp again. So he's going to go ahead and swing at Kipp. And Kipp, can you go ahead and roll me a d20 and a -2 to defend against this? Ooh. All right, you're gonna get a minus what to the what and the what? Oh, it's a tie roll.
What happens
Tie
there?
roll.
Do I
In the
reroll?
event of a tie,
We just do this with our hands and go, eh.
I
Slap each
can't
other.
see- I have to watch your stream to see what you just did. Oh yeah, you guys ineffectively flail against each other, like you're like, and nobody does
God.
anything. But now it is your turn, Kipp. You have the opportunity to potentially cover everyone's escape now that the door is open.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out, remember where the door is, and then hurl one of my blue marbles into the middle of the group of us.
All right, that's your plan there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just one marble into the group. You're not going to send any more marbles anywhere else. It's just going to go like one there.
Yeah, one marble.
Okay, that's fair. It covers a significant amount of space with just one. So,
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to go ahead and chuck the marble down,
Yes.
and you're going to just chuck it. You're gonna. I don't
I'm gonna
need you to
fucking
roll
chuck
for it. I don't need you to roll for chucking marbles.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Yep.
What?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do that.
All right, cool. So as you do that, you take note of the door, and then you also take note of where your flute is, your automatona. You don't want to leave that behind. And you kind of yell out to everybody, "Remember where the door is!" And then you kind of like reel up and you smash down the smoke covering, and smoke fills the area, and everyone can't see a damn thing. And it's probably way harder for these guys because in order to look through a solid wood mask, you probably need to use some kind of magical means. So these guys are super blind. They can't see a damn thing. And you know what? Let me provide some visual representation of our current situation here. Smoke fills the area. And now it's covering, it spreads out. And nobody can see. So you guys basically come together and charge to the gate, and everyone starts running out. And as you see, like, people start funneling up behind you, kind of running out into the city. And you guys are now free of this prison, and have cleared the prison yard. So congratulations to you guys there. Well done. And as you kind of look out, now that you're free of this place, it's like an interesting building up on a hill. The hill leads down into a city. You know, nothing too odd about your location, aside from the fact that there is no sky. You don't see any stars. And the sky is completely full of just swirling, kind of like slightly purplish gray smoke. And you don't know where the hell you are right now. And as you look around, you can see what looks to be a large kind of fortress city. And the buildings are very ornate and look almost kind of like a fusion of like demonic, like a mix of like Japanese Oriental design and like demonic kind of influence. And as you guys spill out of this front door, you can kind of see out into this place. You don't know where you are right now. This whole place is very intimidating. I'm saying that's the architectural influence. You're not in Japan. You didn't get sent to Japan. Quit it.
Sorry.
As you guys look out into the place, you can see everyone kind of running down and scattering out into the city, trying to get away from this place. And you're just kind of standing out there all together, looking at this absurd. You don't know why this place exists. It doesn't make sense to you. All around you, it looks like you're just on a giant floating island in the middle of absolutely nothing. So this is where you guys are stuck now. And congratulations, because that is the end of today's session.